All right, welcome back, True Seeker. How many lessons have I taught for the last decade that were proven 1,000,000% correct again tonight? I mean, literally, how many times have I taught about the NBA and 113 just to start right there? Let me look at the chat. There should be 1,000,000,000 people in the chat right now saying, Zach, you've taught us about 113 no less than 1,000,000,000 times in the last decade. I mean, look at the deciding score as the Nuggets advance to their first ever NBA Finals in the National Basketball Association, the league that we call the 113 League. I have a book that I wrote in 2017 about rig sports, and I refer to the NBA as the 113 League. And there it is again, 113. So, again, if you're new here, in Gematria, the language you must know to see through rig sports, the National Basketball Association equals 113. How about the Lakers going down with 111? That's a funny score. It reminds me that the Miami Heat won on the Pope's birthday with 111. If you write out the NBA Finals, it equals 111. So the National Basketball Association 113, the NBA Finals 111. The Nuggets make it to their first ever finals in the 76th anniversary season. And please don't be the next moron to tell me it's the 77th season. I know it's the 77th season, morons. It's also the 76th anniversary season. Thus, why last year they had 75 on everybody's court. And remember last year we called the NBA Finals dead on before the playoffs began. It was all set on the Pope's birthday. Again, go back and look at December 17th, 2021. Golden State won in Boston, dropped Boston to 7-5 at home for the season, only for later that year the Warriors to win their 75th road game in the playoffs, becoming 7-5 in the NBA Finals in the 75th anniversary season. Again, the entire league, rigged, scripted, and so often these leagues are in tribute to the Pope. Thus how we called the World Cup dead on this past December. The Pope's native Argentina. The team that won it in 86 wins it the day after the Pope turns 86 over France. Pope Francis, the first Jesuit Pope when the Jesuits are from France. But okay, all the things I've taught about. So the NBA in 113, the NBA Finals in 111. How about Colorado in 38? Have I not taught about Colorado in 38 also a billion times? How old's LeBron right now? 38, right? Remember, he set the point record that lasted for 38 years on the 38th day of the year, scoring 38 points. Remember, he needed 36 to set the record coming in, and Thunder equals 36 like record. But okay, Colorado in 38. LeBron goes down to Colorado. The score 113-111. The number 56, again, huge number of the Society of Jesus. Here we are in California, where Gavin Newsom once said 56% of California will get coronavirus in 8 weeks, which is 56 days. Again, the reason he said that is because coronavirus equals 56, like COVID vaccine, like Gavin Newsom, like Society of Jesus, like Anthony Fauci, and the list goes on. Huge number with the Jesuits who script the whole thing. Again, just like how the Romans controlled their slave populace with the Colosseum, the same goes on today. We're the American slaves, and so many of us are pacified with these rigged sports games. And it is pathetic that people are pacified by these games, because these games are fucking pathetic. I mean, there's nobody who knows anything about basketball who can explain what happened in the last minute of tonight's game. LeBron just dribbling the clock down like they were trying to did LeBron think they had the lead? Why was LeBron milking the clock when they needed to score? And it was no guarantee they were going to score, so if they missed, they needed more time on the clock to attempt again. But then not only do they not score, but then Denver gets the ball, and it seemed like the refs should have stopped it for a shot clock violation, but they didn't. And then Denver runs the clock down to almost nothing. And then the Lakers were even lucky to get the ball back. And then the Lakers get the ball. And, of course, LeBron gets stopped by Jamal Murray, who tonight's game was scripted with, which we'll get to again. But notice in the last minute of the game, not a single point was scored. LA should have fouled and sent Denver to the stripe, which probably would have given them at least 1 point. Vegas must not have liked the way the money was tonight on the over-under, because the over-under tonight was 224. Oh, what was the score tonight? Oh, 224 points. How about that? 224 points, right where Vegas set the over-under. And by the way, yesterday the over-under was real easy because the 216 had become a big thing right there with Jim Brown's death, and the last game with Miami and Boston had 216 combined points. Yesterday, the Boston-Miami game was the 216th day of the NBA season, and the over-under was at 214, so I liked at least 216 points yesterday. But anyway, just going through the lessons, everything that I've been educating about. If you guys don't know, I have books out there. You guys can read my books. I put this stuff down in writing years ago. Okay, so the NBA in 113, the NBA in 111, Colorado in 38, the number 56. And again, Jokic tonight breaks the record of Wilt Chamberlain that lasted for 56 years. It's the Nuggets' 56th season. They advance over the LA Lakers, which equals 56. And you know, for all the people out there that are saying that I guaranteed the Lakers would win this series, no, you won't find any clip anywhere of me ever saying that, because I did not guarantee the Lakers would win this series. I was not confident the Lakers would win this series. And what I told people on Patreon is if the Lakers lost game one of this series, that was a real bad sign for the Lakers' future. Before I thought the Lakers had a chance at this year's finals, I thought the Nuggets had a real good shot. Go back and listen to what I said in the beginning of April when Donald Trump was having his day in court, which we'll get to. Again, Donald Trump was in the court for Passover, where they just got done filming the latest Joker movie. For years, we've been proving how sports are synced up with presidents. We've called a lot of championships through Donald Trump. And today's ritual is perfectly synced with Donald Trump's April 4th court appearance, which we'll get to. But first, I just want to finish up with the 56 thing. Again, Donald Trump's a Jesuit too. When the coronavirus pandemic was declared in 2020, it was 56 years after Trump's Jesuit education began at Fordham, just like how Andrew Cuomo was the 56th governor of New York at the time, who also went to Fordham. But again, from New York to California, you had Jesuit governors both doing the 56 code. Huge number, 56. And that's why the Nuggets are in their first championship in their 56th season. And consider Denver's a Jesuit city too. Regis is there. Big time Jesuit city, Denver. Might actually want to look into Regis. There might be something about Regis in tonight. I should have looked into that, but it just clicked in my mind. So with regards to 56, remember what I was saying, as the regular season was winding down and it was uncertain if the Lakers would be in, I said, the Lakers are definitely going to make the playoffs because they're going to be playing during that King Charles coronation. We were certain about that. And we were saying this way before the playoffs were out, way before the game was scheduled. But look at how perfect they did the King Charles coronation ritual, you guys. Again, King Charles coronated on 5/6. The first king of England since the last king of England who died at age 56. That was Queen Elizabeth's father. But look at how perfect the ritual was on 5/6. Again, D'Angelo Russell, who's from Louisville. Remember the day of the coronation was the day of the Lakers' first home game against the Warriors. It was the day of the Kentucky Derby. Todd Pletcher had the two favorite horses in posts 5 and 6, and one of them was called King's Barnes on the day of the King's coronation. But D'Angelo Russell, who's from Louisville, Kentucky, where the Derby was, he got his 56th career win with the Lakers on 5/6. Anthony Davis, who played at Kentucky, it was 56 days after his March 11th birthday. LeBron beat Curry and became 5 and 6 at home in the playoffs versus Steph Curry. Again, LeBron and Steph both born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio. Again, in Gematria, royal family equals 56, coronation equals 56, Kentucky Derby equals 56. That day, Nick Gilbert died, the Cavs owner's son. Nick Gilbert equals 56. Lance Blanks died the day before at age 56. All of those things at once. And how long have I been talking about ritual sacrifice in rig sports? And how if you just learn Gematria, you can see why the people are chosen. Again, we knew they would do something with LeBron and the King because LeBron's been, his nickname's King James. His first ever NBA game was against the Sacramento Kings. And when he won it for the Cavs, the finals on June 19th, 2016, 2016, a lot like the Cleveland 216 area code. But when he won it for Cleveland, he won it on the real King James's birthday, June 19th. And again, the son of King James was King Charles, and those who fought for King Charles were called Cavaliers. And now they're doing this with LeBron, King James, in the time of the King's coronation. So again, the lessons that I've been teaching for a decade just proving themselves year after year. And, we've nailed a lot of futures. I guarantee you guys, here's a guarantee. I guarantee you can't find anyone else in the history of the world who's called more futures than I have. Guaranteed. It won't even come close. Like second place would be so many picks behind it, it'd be ridiculous. You're looking at somebody who's called 4 of the last 5 Masters. Never doubt a Spaniard on Seve Ballesteros' birthday. Again, we just called the Masters again this year. Go back and listen to our April 6th live stream on Patreon. April 6th. Go back and listen to it. We called John Rahm to win the Masters. And in that same video, I said why the Nuggets will probably be the team in the West this year after what they did with Donald Trump at the start of April. Now, I did increase the Lakers' chances of making it to the finals based on how massive the ritual got with King Charles. And don't be surprised if LeBron gets to the finals and does become 5-6 before he exits the NBA. I have a feeling they'll have LeBron James play until age 42, just like they did with Hank Aaron. Remember how they killed off Hank Aaron and then the Braves won the World Series? A future we hit in a big way. Hit a lot of baseball futures. But LeBron's next finals game is his 56th finals game. He is 22-33 in finals right now. He's played in 55 finals games. His next is his 56th. And if he wins the next finals, he'll be 5-6. So LeBron's probably got at least 4 seasons left. He might even play longer than that. He might play past 42. He signed that lifetime contract with Nike after Nike turned 44 years old. But, because, you look at LeBron right now, the level he's playing at, it's rigged and scripted, but, he still has the athleticism, the energy, the ability. So, LeBron will be around for a while. But, again, just going down the list of things that I've taught about, and my point should be beyond proven. Oh, not to mention, when LeBron won the series over Golden State, he got his 41st playoff series win. His 41st playoff series win, King equals 41. Golden State 41. And remember, he got that 41st series win exactly 179 days after King Charles' birthday. 179 is the 41st prime number. Again, for the people who listen to these videos and think this stuff is just like they can't put it together. Again, I guess the word is goyim, right? I guess that's the word, goyim. Just like not enough brain processing power. If you don't know what a goyim is, look it up. There's a certain religion that classifies other people as goyim because they're just not smart enough. They're too easy to rule over. And those people might have a lot to do with who scripts the NBA, by the way, for the record. But again, the people who come here and try to talk shit, you guys are fucking losers. You've never called sports the way I have. You've never called a fraction of the futures I have. You haven't proven sports are rigged definitively. You haven't brought knowledge into the world to wake people the fuck up. And people would wake the fuck up if it wasn't a society of fucking losers and goyim, to be perfectly honest. But my trolls just go. My trolls are just really fucking pathetic people. But anyway, because again, do you guys even have any fucking balls? Like, go watch me in front of the Staples Center last April trying to wake up these dumb fucking fans filing in the stadium like zombies. Go watch that and what I said to them and listen to what I said to them. Because I said, just wait until May 6th comes around for King Charles' coronation and see what they're doing with LeBron that day. We said those words in front of the Staples Center in LA in the flesh. But anyway, coming back to the list of lessons. Sports and death. Always talking about sports and death. Again, we just brought up Nick Gilbert and Lance Blanks. Jim Brown. I've been saying for years that when Jim Brown dies, he will die in tribute to LeBron. I've been saying that for a long time. Jim Brown ends up dying on the 213th day of the NBA season. And you got to think about it. You got to think about it, how deep that little ritual is. Of course, LA is the 213 area code. Jim Brown died in LA. You got Bone Thugs and Harmony saying we're doing this from, actually, it was Tupac on the Bone song, Thug Love, doing this from Cleveland to LA. But then remember, LA just won the Super Bowl on 213 with the Rams, who are originally from Cleveland. And again, that was after Odell Beckham got traded from Cleveland to LA on his birthday, November 5th, the day leaving 56 days left in the year, only to go on and win Super Bowl 56. And I remember we hit a nice prop bet with Odell. Odell paid 9-1 to score the first touchdown, and we loved that prop bet. Odell had to score the first touchdown in Super Bowl 56. The trade, being born on the day, leaving 56 days left in the year, the Cleveland LA history. So, again, you just think about how all this stuff's coming together. But Jim Brown just died on the 138th day of the year, May 18th, the 138th day of the year. And look at the Lakers' record versus the Nuggets. They could not get a win, so they stayed on 138 wins. The Lakers are on 138 wins against the Nuggets after Jim Brown dies on the 138th day of the year. And remember, he died at age 87, like in Gematria, James equals 87. Right after that game and the next game between the Lakers and the Nuggets, the Lakers fell to 8-7 in the playoffs. They stayed on 87 wins in game threes, and the Nuggets got their 87th win versus the Lakers all time. Then tonight, they got the 88th win all time, exactly 88 days after Jamal Murray's birthday, as the Lakers fell to 8-8 in the playoffs. And 88's the big Trump number, and that's how I sum out back in April. This could be the latest championship synced with Donald Trump. And now I know definitively that it is, because it's 48 days since he was in court, and Donald Trump equals 48, just like Illuminati. Big numbers. James 48. The Lakers got their 48th conference finals loss tonight. Here, Lakers record in conference finals. They stayed on 78 wins, got their 48th loss tonight. It's the 126th game for them. Should remind you of Kobe's death on 126. But Jim Brown's full name is James Nathaniel Brown, played for Cleveland. Cleveland equals 78, like James Nathaniel Brown. Hold on. Derek's got all these things on here now. All right, Cleveland, 78. James Nathaniel Brown, 78. Again, if you're new here, Gematria is very simple. It's the alphabetic order, forwards and backwards, and both ways with numerology. He dies in LA, and then LA just can't win a game. And they just happen to stay on the exact numbers that connect with Cleveland and James Brown. And you know what else? Hold on. Okay, 138 and 88. Here, we're just going to put up the most simple cipher here. Just the alphabetic order. A is 1. Again, here's the Donald Trump thing. See, you guys, like a Goya mind is having trouble comprehending this, even though it's so simple. It's elementary math, but a Goya mind, this is just too much. It's just like when I upload that little short video about what I said in April about Trump, and people left all kinds of comments like, oh, no, what? Now you're saying it's synced with Trump? Oh, my God, this guy just make... It's like, can you guys just shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying? Do you know how many championships we've called through Donald Trump? Let me take you back to September 23rd, 2017, when Donald Trump took on the NFL. And we said that day, oh, he's doing it on 23/9, like how the flag was thrown at 239 Arch Street, like how he became president while the flag was 239 years old. And that means Philadelphia, where the flag's from, will play the team with the flag on their helmet, the Patriots, in the Super Bowl. Exactly what happened. How about when we said the Nationals would beat the Astros in Game 7, exactly 138 days after Trump's birthday, and that's exactly what they did. So anyway, Donald Trump 138, Trump 88, and the Lakers record versus the Nuggets with Joker. Again, Donald Trump was just in the courtroom on April 4th, 4-4, as the Nuggets win 4 straight over the Lakers. But yeah, this should have dawned on me before just right now. So anyway, that's exactly what they did, you guys. And this is the latest rigged championship that is connected to Donald Trump. Last year's championship with the Celtics going down was connected to Joe Biden. Again, Joe Biden's Secret Service name is Celtic, and the day he announced he was running for president was the day John Havlicek died. But and again, Donald Trump, when he won in 2016, he had his convention in Cleveland. And by the way, you guys, Trump's going to turn 78 years old at the time of the next election. 78. And the only president to ever have a split term before Trump was Grover Cleveland. Trump will likely be the next president to have a split term. Yeah, look at all the comparisons between Donald Trump and Grover Cleveland. They're both fat fucks. They both had mail order brides. They're both full of shit. But yeah. Anyway, see how perfect it all is? You see how scripted it all is? How is this possible? Because it's the Illuminati. The Illuminati is not Goyim, you know. The Illuminati are intelligent people. The Illuminati have knowledge, you know. They know it's easy to rule over the Goyim. Just give them some hot dogs and some soda and some rigged ball games, and they're all in, you know. It's all it takes to rule over the Goyim. So anyway, what other points that I've taught about were validated tonight? Okay, the NBA in 113, again, re-emphasized again. Remember the NBA Finals the other year between the Warriors and Cavs where the first 3 games, the final score is 113, and then they almost did it for the 4th game in a row, but then they just had at the end of the game, somebody just went and scored just one extra shot. It didn't even make a difference, but they took it off 113, and I was like, I wonder if they were debating on doing it 4 games in a row, but then they're like, maybe people will catch on. Anyway, okay, 113, the National Basketball Association, 111, the NBA Finals, Colorado in 38, the 38th state, the Super 38 state, defeats LeBron at age 38, the number 56, all important. Nuggets go to their first finals in their 56th season. Sports and death, you know, we've covered that. The royal family in sports, we've covered that. Donald Trump in championships, we've covered that. Oh, here, let me show you how perfect this is. All right. Colorado date of establishment. Let's get this one up here. August 1st, okay. Denver City establishment date. November 22nd. So we have August 1st for Colorado, and we have November 22nd for Denver. Now, by the way, notice Colorado was established in 1876, kind of like how Joker equals 76. And again, they joined the NBA in 76 after losing the ABA championship in 76. And this is the 76th anniversary season. But anyway, here's what I want you to see. I want you to see how perfect this is. August 1st, 2022, the state's last birthday, to the day they advance, May 22nd. 42 weeks later, okay? Lakers equals 42, like LeBron James equals 42. And from November 22nd to today, so from the city's last birthday, it's 181 days. That's the 42nd prime number. So they advance over the Lakers, you know, the team with all the history in the West. And not only is Lakers 42, so is LeBron James. Again, our base ciphers. You want to know all the values because they use all these numbers for all these rituals. We'll make the point about how important all these ciphers again, because I thought there was a really strong chance that Denver would finish the sweep today. But Lakers 42, like LeBron James 42, like Jackie 42, RIP Chadwick Boseman on Jackie Robinson Day. Also on the birthday of Jack Kirby. Remember in 2020, they moved Jackie Robinson Day to August 28th because it was the COVID season, which was Jack Kirby's birthday. He wrote the Black Panther. And the actual Jackie Robinson was supposedly in World War II in the Black Panther tank battalion. But again, Chadwick Boseman, they had to change his age of death to 43, but he really died at 42. Again, just read the articles from June before he died in August about how he was 42 years old and battling cancer. His birthday was in November, so I don't know how he turned 43 in August when his birthday was 3 months later. But again, we did capture how everything had his age listed at 42 when he first died, and then everything changed to 43. But that's why they did it. Robinson 43, Jackie 42, again, slavery 42, Tuskegee 42, you know, Black History Month, February 42, Black History on the Bus 42, the N-word 42. The list goes on. Big number with Black history. And Also a number that connects to Lakers and why you got this perfect ritual today. Okay. And remember, it's all biblical, right? Like King James has a Bible named after him. The original Bibles were 42-line Bibles. The New Testament begins with the 42 generations to Jesus in Matthew. And if you guys have never noticed before, math equals 42 and 66, like New Testament does, 42 and 66, like LeBron James, 42 and 66, like how King James was born in 1566. Remember, this series against the Warriors began on the anniversary of the publishing of the King James Bible. But, oh, hold on. What was I just thinking? Oh, yeah. I need to show you how all 4 base ciphers matter. Again, look at the values of sweep. 68. In that same cipher, Denver 68, right? Sweep 23. What's the year? It's 2023. Sweep 67. Let me show you the Lakers record in game 4s. Lakers record in game 4s. Got their 67th loss tonight, getting swept. Okay. This stuff was all posted early this morning. For all the people who keep going, I don't see what you're saying until after the game. That's because you're not on Patreon. Patreon's something you need to sign up for if you want additional information. You know, again, it's that Goyim thing. It's that Goyim problem. You say the same thing in every video. The Goyim keep going, huh? Huh? What do you mean Patreon? Sign up, moron. Learn something. Boost the IQ. Anyway, sweep. 68 like Denver, 23 like the year, 67 like the loss they just picked up in game 4. And then even the Goyim can figure out where the 22 fits in on May 22nd. Hold on. This guy down in LA who was just pounding pavement with me, talking some shit to the Laker lovers, wants to say something. What's up, DK?
Yeah, my notes won't come up. The first thing that I want that I can say that I remember, so it was tied 111 with 111 to go in the fourth quarter, like right on that free throw that I think I forgot who made that free throw. And then 40 it was like 47 years since they've been in the championship, right? The Denver.
That's right. It was the ABA championship.
And they lost that, huh?
They lost.
Okay, so 47 years. What's the big thing about America that's 47?
The 4th day of the 7th month?
Well, like in all the stuff that relates to that, 4 score and 7 years.
Well, and also the first ever pro basketball championship was also in the year 47, won by the Philadelphia Warriors.
So like 47 is the big Washington, D.C. number, right?
It's the time number. The word time is 47. So many rituals in time. So Denver's in their first championship in 47 years.
So I'm thinking like the big thing about Washington, D.C., because of all the stuff like the 4th of July and the 4 score in 7 years and the 1947 creation of the CIA and all that stuff, like it has to do with the Capitol and like, you know, Washington, D.C. But in reality, the White House in Washington, D.C. is just like the White Pope. It's like for television, you know, that the White Pope is the one who goes around in the cube and shakes people's hands while the Black Pope's really running the show. Same thing with Washington, D.C. That's just like for television, but the real White House where they're running the actual government, so to speak, from is underneath the Denver airport where they have a replica of that, which if you want to go look into the building of the Denver airport, you'll see all that stuff that was going on, all the workers that had to sign non-disclosure agreements that were going down underneath and stuff like that. And my notes still won't pop up. Oh, here we go. Oh, never mind. The other stuff is for TFR for tomorrow. I think that was pretty much all my clues that I was looking at from a non-gematria. I always try to look at it from a non-gematria perspective while you're doing the gematria perspective, so I can get it like from both sides to see if like it's totally obvious both ways. Which, and by the way, I don't know if it was like that for you up in Washington, but at the very end of the game, right at the bottom on the ticker, it said Miami/Boston versus Denver, Game 1 finals Thursday, right at the bottom of the screen. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would they know? Wouldn't they say, you know, wouldn't it just say, oh, these guys are going to be playing the winner? But I don't know if you got a DVR, but if you rewind it right back, see what it said at the bottom of the scroll. Because I was at my dad's house right there for the last quarter, just kind of watching it while I was, walking around the house doing stuff. And I was like, what? They're just they're telling you that the finals game 1 is on Thursday, but it's not even decided for yesterday yet. So that should tell you, what's going to happen tomorrow. And by the way, what I wanted to say also, by them being tied at 111 at 111 left, that's 111 adds up to 3, so you would have a 33, another ode to their famous number. While you're doing this, I'm actually talking to a guy who doesn't believe this is all rigged. I wish he would call in right now. Should I give him your number to call in? The 509 number? He thinks Steph Curry's the best guy of all time. He's like, dude, there's no way that they could be that good and it's all rigged. I'm like, dude, you wouldn't even get up there if you weren't at least decent. He's like, he's the best shooter of all time. I'm like, yeah, maybe with no defense like you're watching, but if somebody was actually D'ing him up, would he get any of those shots off? I'm not saying that guys don't have some skill, but you put a guy as athletic as a Kobe Bryant on Steph Curry, not only could he not get a shot off, he might not even be able to dribble. That's how it would actually be. You got guys that are 4 or 5 inches taller than you, that are more athletic than you, faster than you, and more body coordination. You're not going to get a shot off. You're not, and I've played again when guys are really talented, and that's what you see in real life. When somebody's way more athletic than you, even if you're taller, you can't even get a shot off because they're right up in your grill. You don't even have enough room to swing your elbow out. What are you going to do? You're going to hit him in the jaw with your elbow if he's right in your face, and you're not fast enough to do anything that he's going to react to. Guys that try to jab step me or whatever. I'm like, go ahead if you want to try to drive to the bucket. I'll catch you after the second step. I'm not even going to fall for the jab step. I just stay there. I already know I'm quicker than you, so go ahead. Try to shoot over me. I won't even, I'll just put my hand up. I won't even go forward. Let me just see you shoot over me with my hand above your forehead. And my whole body's up so close to you where your elbow's probably going to hit me in the face if you try to actually.
Here, DK, I'll play. For everyone who forgets, I'll play the advertisement here.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Thanks for bringing that up. Go ahead with what you were saying.
I'll play the ad from years ago for the NBA. David Blaine, is it Magic or is it Magnets? Which again showcases the Golden State Warriors a few years before Steph Curry came in the league. And
this is what I wanted to say. My main thing. So remember for the college thing, they had the Hashim Thabit jersey hanging in the
right, which foretold who would win the tournament exactly.
Have you seen the one they've been playing for this one? It's Dikembe Mutombo jersey hanging.
Okay, and yeah, he played for the Nuggets for a lot of years. So yeah. By the way, I just got to say to all the trolls in the chat, I want somebody to produce one piece of evidence anywhere where I said the Lakers would be winning this series and in the finals. I know you're not going to find that piece. You can go listen to exactly what I said on Patreon before Game 1 was played of this series. I said if the Lakers lose Game 1, that's a really bad sign for them for the series. And I reminded people, even though the Lakers just dominated the King ritual against the Warriors, which we knew was going to happen, I was very confident about that. I said what we need to see is if they're going to continue the King theme through the Nuggets series, or if this is just about LeBron and Steph, the two guys born in the same hospital during the time of the King's coronation. And the reason that we knew to watch that Game 1 is because had LeBron won Game 1 against Denver, he would have got his 183rd playoff win, exactly 183 days after Charles' birthday. And when he didn't get that, it was a sign of well, if they're not going to sync that up, maybe that's the end of the road for this season for LeBron. But again, his next postseason game or his next finals game is his 56th. And if he does win his next finals, he will be 5-6. Doesn't have to be this year. LeBron's not done yet. So that's what I've been saying the whole time. And by the way, for all the haters in the chat, did any of you guys call Miami to beat the Bucks in the series? Because I had that on Patreon. We had the Knicks upsetting the Cavs. We dominated the playoffs. There's some games we missed, but again, we've hit some huge upsets along the way. And we knew Miami had a real shot against Boston in this series, and we've done well with Miami in this series because Miami had a big ritual on the Pope's birthday, which is exactly how we called the finals last year. Notice last year, My finals pick before the playoffs was dead on. Last year, I was very confident about why the Celtics would lose to the Warriors and become 17-5 in the finals because Pope Francis equals 175, and those finals were set on his birthday. Again, all you fucking losers who come around here and talk shit, that's exactly what you are. You're fucking losers. You're ungrateful fucking losers. You're getting a world-class education on who runs the world, how they do it. You're getting, I mean, for people who've been around for a long time, you guys got all kinds of free correct picks. Even last year, I gave you guys what, like 10 picks for the NBA, and 9 out of 10 of those games hit for free. And you guys come here and talk shit. That's called a fucking loser. But anyway, DK, you want to finish your thought, and then I'll play this commercial right here.
Yeah, well, like obviously I'm not watching this, at home or anything like that. I don't even have TV service, so. But I see all these commercials while I'm at the gym. It's always like all the screens are usually on SportsCenter or whatever. And all I've been seeing is that commercial with the Mutombo jersey and that other commercial with Jimmy Butler and some black chick who's obviously a famous athlete, but I don't know who it is. And they're sending each other drinks. Have you seen that one? Yeah, that's the commercial that's been playing. So I'm like, okay, this is obviously Mutombo. If I'm following the patterns from the college one, Denver's going to win, and they're going to beat Jimmy Butler's Heat in the finals because that's who they're showing on the commercials, just like how they were showing Messi and freaking France and for the World Cup. It's like they're showing you who's going to be in it and who's going to win, But yeah, if you look up those commercials, there's one where it's Jimmy Butler, and then there's some other professional athlete, and I just don't know who it is. It's probably a WNBA player. It's some black chick with ripped arms, and they're sending each other drinks. They're in a restaurant, and the waiter is, they're buying each other drinks. Send over a drink to this person and tell them this, and then they're going back and forth like that. Check out that commercial, and then check out the one with Denver, the one showing the jerseys. It's Mutombo's jersey in the center and 2 other ones on the outside. But I just focused on the Mutombo one. I'm like, this guy fucking retired, 20 years ago? Where are they showing his jersey? I'm like, oh shit, Denver's in it. No wonder. That's why. So those are the 2 things I caught just from a total non-gematria perspective, just pattern recognition,
Yeah, it's all patterns. It's just like having Carmelo retire today, who started with Denver and finished his career with LA. And again, a lot of the graphics showed the picture of him in his 7 and LeBron in his 6. And again, just the 76th anniversary season. It's all ritual, but appreciate it, DK. Thanks, man.
Should I give this guy the 509 number to call in?
No, just tell him to click on the link on the stream if he wants to join.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. See you, man. Okay. Again, you guys, for all you guys who don't get it, they use technology to ensure the outcomes. There's a reason the Harlem Globetrotters never miss from beyond half court. They use technology to keep balls in and out. Here's the NBA advertising campaign from before even Steph Curry was in the league. Watch this. Okay, the problem with me showing that ad, there was one of those made for every NBA team. The one that they played the most, though, the commercial that got the most airplay was Baron Davis on the Warriors back then. They'd show the Baron Davis Warriors one all the time. And what's funny is I was just searching for it, and it looks like they scrubbed it. That video was archived from my channel, but I'm not seeing it's not coming up here. Or there it is. Hold up. It's right here. Here, let's watch this one too. Okay. It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable how fucking dumb people are. and they still can't catch on. And for people in the chat saying, I've never seen Zach cuss before, you guys must be new here. I cuss a lot. Lately, I've been trying to talk cleaner so I don't get censored as much. But if you've never seen me cuss before, I know you haven't been around very long. I always rant about what a sorry-ass fucking society we have and all the sorry-ass motherfuckers in it. Again, like seriously, anybody who is a critic of me is a sorry-ass motherfucker by definition. Literally, you've never seen anybody in the history of the world drop as many truth bombs, prove as much, and for the guy calling in right now, I'll take more calls in a minute, but again, I want to rant about what a society of sorry-ass fucking losers we live in. Again, for all you sorry-ass fucking pieces of shit that sit around here and troll 24/7, 365, seriously, was I not in LA yelling out to the crowd, just watch what they end up doing on the King's coronation with LeBron? Because I know I was. And seriously, I mean, how much better of a ritual could you get? Here, let me show you how big the ritual was. Here, D'Angelo Russell, who's from Louisville, where they do the Kentucky Derby. Again, Kentucky Derby, King coronation, LeBron James' first home game versus Curry in this year's playoffs. Here, D'Angelo Russell. Let's pull him up first. Look at where he's from, you guys. Look at where he's from. Oh, and he goes down today, by the way, 88 days after his birthday. He's got the same birthday as Jamal Murray, but knows he's from Louisville, Kentucky, right where they ran the race. And look at this. D'Angelo Russell, record with Lakers, including playoffs through May 6th, 2023. Look at this. Look at his record, you guys. Not only did he get his 56th win on 5-6, and again, Anthony Davis played at Kentucky, and it was 56 days after Anthony Davis's March 11th birthday, March 11th, like 113. But look at his, not only did he get his 56th win, he stayed on 113 losses in what I call the 113 league. I just can't imagine being a sorry-ass motherfucker where if I wasn't me and I was one of these sorry-ass motherfucking losers out here that still, like, you know, I guess I should feel blessed that I wasn't born with a Goyim IQ like most of you guys have. But anyway, if I was one of you Goyim IQ level people, if I came across my channel, I would never talk shit. Because I'd be like, that motherfucker's called so many fucking sports championships, and he has dropped the dopest knowledge, and the shit he has said just proves itself day after fucking day. But then all these fucking losers, they got to come here and talk shit and make up stuff. You guaranteed the Lakers would win the final. No, I didn't. I never guaranteed the Lakers would win the finals. I said things like, we'll see how far they go with this Lakers-Kings ritual this year. That's what I said. I knew they'd win the series against the Warriors. I didn't know that they'd win the series against the Nuggets because I had a hunch from a while back that this would be the Nuggets year. I've been telling people on my community that if the Nuggets were ever going to go to a finals, it should be this year. All the 76 stuff, their 56th season, and they do have a good team. I mean, it is scripted, but their squad is good, right? I mean, they're big. They can shoot. I mean, they can script the look however, but they look the part. We'll just say that. The Denver Nuggets look the part. They look like a championship contender this year. I mean, they're big. The Lakers, you know, even with Anthony Davis, they just can't rebound with those Nuggets, man. The Nuggets just kill them on the offensive boards. Then again, the Lakers don't even look like they're trying. Look like they're ready to go vacation in Hawaii. But, yeah. And also, just for the people who complain in the chat about me ranting about how shitty humanity is, honestly, I don't care. I'm going to rant about how shitty humanity is because humanity is shitty. I'm someone who's tired of living in a world of fucking losers. I'm almost 40 years old, and I've recognized that I live in a world of fucking losers since I was 18 years old, just barely into 18. And you know what that defining moment was that showed me that I lived in a society of fucking brain-dead fucking losers? September 11th, 2001, the fact that nobody could see through that, and then how immediately after that, the dog shit New England Patriots became the greatest fucking football team in history after the Patriot Act. And then how every inch of Tom Brady's career has looked so scripted, so ridiculous, how the refs have had to literally make up new rules on the field to help him advance in the playoffs from 2001 on. And I'm just like, God, man, people are this fucking dumb. They can't see through the bullshit news. They can't see through the obvious propaganda and false flag. They can't see through the rigged sports game. They can't see how all this is connected. Next thing you know, it's Hurricane Katrina and the Saints. What a society of fucking morons. And I trust me, I saw how rigged sports were way before 9/11 and the Patriots. I grew up in Portland, Oregon. Growing up in Portland, by default, you see how rigged it is. You know, Jordan comes into town, you can't even breathe on him. Game 7, Lakers whooping, or Blazers whooping the Lakers' ass in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals just before 9/11. And then they just, the Blazers, I still remember that fourth quarter, they just came out and played like how the Lakers played in this series. No effort, like they didn't want to win, like they wanted the Lakers to come back from down 20, like they wanted Kobe to throw the alley-oop to Shaq for the highlight, for the NBA all-time reel. I mean, it's just, these sports are for low IQ fucking losers, okay? And if that hurts your feelings, it's because you're a low IQ fucking loser, and maybe you should do something about it. Don't cry and get all butt hurt, you know? And I mean, it's hard. It's a hard thing for people not to do at this day and age. Everyone's so full of estrogen and emasculated. It's hard to even find a real man. Poor guys, they're probably crying right now in the corner. Oh, Zach's hurting my feelings. I'm a big pussy. Okay. So anyway, for all the fucking losers out there that keep spamming bullshit that's false, come on the stream and tell me anywhere where I guaranteed the Lakers were going to win the finals this year, or that I guaranteed they were going to beat the Nuggets. Because I'll go back and play the real clips and prove that's exactly what I never said. So, all right. We got one guy in the room. I don't think he's one of the trolls, though. But what's up, Open Up?
What up, Zach? I just want to say, like, you already touched on the Carmelo Anthony a little bit, but for the people who didn't watch his, because you already uploaded a video talking about it, about the 2003 connection, about how he was drafted by the Nuggets and then played his last game for the Lakers. And he could have chose any day to retire, but he chose today, the day that the Lakers.
Which he didn't choose, right? Obviously,
exactly.
He didn't choose.
Yeah.
And honestly, these guys, I'll tell you what, Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James didn't choose. Well, nobody chooses to be born, but these guys aren't just like born like you and I are born. These guys are like literally like, I don't know if they're born in a lab or if it's just like ritualistic procreation, but they're born to be NBA stars is what they're born to be. And here, look at this, you guys, from LeBron's birthday. LeBron's birthday is December 30th, 1984, born in that infamous Orwellian year, to today. Look at this. It's 2003 weeks and a day later, and him and Carmelo are the big stars of the 2003 NBA draft. And then Carmelo just happens to be retiring the day that Denver finally, gets the better, I guess you could say gets the better of LeBron, because Carmelo's been in LeBron's shadow his whole career. But I mean, just look at that, you guys. Look at how perfect that is. 2003 weeks and a day after LeBron's birthday, Carmelo's retiring.
Yep, 2003, and then LeBron's the final player left from that draft. So
and it's the year 23.
Yeah.
Right.
But the main reason I wanted to get on is for anyone who's like new or anyone who like denies any of this, all you have to do is, watch Zach's videos for not even a month. You could watch it for like a week and you'll see the same things that come up daily. And this stuff he's been doing for 10 years. So whoever thinks like this is conspiracy theory, this is just pattern recognition that's come up day after day.
No, just take away everything I said in this video and just look at the 156 thing I said about all the shit that went down on May 6th. I mean, that definitively proves a new world order. That definitively proves how rigged the Derby is, the NBA Finals, the King's coronation. And it definitively proves what I'm saying about how these guys are like fucking lab growing or born and bred to be. The fact that it's exactly 56 days after Anthony Davis's birthday and D'Angelo Russell's getting his 56th win and born in Louisville. I mean, again, I know a lot of people just have dog shit IQs, but even with the dog shit IQ, it should permeate the skull and sink in, and you should realize, yeah, this shit's fucking rigged.
Yeah, you didn't even touch on the fact that LeBron's son also decided he wants to.
Exactly. And here, there's another lesson. How many times have I taught about the 59 code that they put on black people? And LeBron had 59 points at halftime that day. They said Bronny Jr. was worth 5.9 million that day. It's fucking sick, man.
Yeah. So for all like the trolls, like a lot of trolls in the chat, like I don't see anyone here in the waiting room, like waiting.
Yeah, they never come in. The trolls just live in the waiting room. The trolls are ballless fucking losers. It's why they'll always talk shit whenever I try. They're like, we're gonna be out there and beat your ass, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you fucking losers are, and then they never show up. All of my critics, like I said, they're all fucking losers. They're all big talk fucking losers, full of shit. They have to sit there and lie about me the whole time to try and make me look bad when all they're doing is fucking lying. It's pathetic. Here's facts. This isn't a lie. Nobody in the history of the world's called more futures. Nobody ever came along and definitively proved how fucking rigged the game was, from sports to the elections to the news. That's me. And I don't mean to sound like an egomaniac, but those are just facts. Okay? I proved some real fucking shit. And the reason I did prove that shit is because when I was 18, 9/11 happened, and it pissed me the fuck off because I realized I was one man out of a million in a world of fucking moronic losers who all thought I was wrong, and I was out to prove that there was something about numbers and the Illuminati and how the whole fucking game was rigged. And you know what? It took about 10 years to figure it out, but I did it. So I will continue to toot my horn, and for all you guys who hate on it, what you guys are the Goyim fucking lemming pack that the Illuminati raised, the shit for brain loser society that they want. A society of know-nothing fucking morons that are easily ruled over, who are just appeased with their sports game, who all they care about is their sports game. Oh my God, don't tell me my sports game's rigged because I'm a fucking loser and that's all I got in life. But that's the reality of it. And I know it because I am greater than you fucking losers. And that's not an ego attack. Those are just facts. I know that I'm greater because I'm not a fucking moronic loser that falls for all the bullshit and goes along with all the bullshit and puts on a mask because the TV guy told me to, and goes out and becomes a guinea pig for Pfizer because I'm a fucking loser. That's you guys. Okay? You see the difference between being not a loser? It could be life-saving, life-changing. Okay? So anyway, what else is up? Open up.
Yeah, so just for anyone who wants.
Hold on, no. So I got to respond to these fucking. No, it's not narcissism, you fucking losers. A narcissist doesn't care about other people. Anyone who says I'm a narcissist is a fucking retard that needs to open up a dictionary. I sat here for the last 10 years and taught you guys knowledge for free to wake you the fuck up. Okay? A narcissist doesn't give a fuck about other people. The first 5 years that I was here, I never raised a single fucking penny. And I was here every fucking day teaching the knowledge and proving my point and helping a lot of people out. A narcissist would never do that. You fucking morons who use the word narcissist need to shut the fuck up and learn the definition of the word, you fucking morons. A narcissist doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Learn the fucking language, morons. It's the most overused word right now in society. There are a lot of narcissists. I'm not one of them. I might have an ego, but you know why I have an ego? Because I know I'm greater than the fucking loser masses that make up this fucking nation. This nation's full of sorry ass motherfuckers. Period. If you don't know that, it's probably because you are one of those sorry ass motherfuckers. Okay, go ahead, open up.
Yeah. The last thing I want to say is, like, everyone who's against this, just join. Like, for a lot of the trolls, I know, like, online is your playground. Like, this is where you thrive, where no one could see you, no one could find you. Like, just join the stream, argue your point or your topic. And I know there's no argument for this information, but I mean, trolls, this is your time, because we know you don't come out in person. You hide behind the keyboard. So you could come on here. No one's going to see you, just argue your point and then have it refuted. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah, and none of those pussies are going to come on here. Not one of you fucking pussies will come on here. And if you guys don't know how sorry these fucking trolls are that live in my comments, one of them I let on here, and you know what he did? He ruined the stream he didn't show his face. He just showed his little itty bitty dick so that the stream would get taken down. That's the fucking losers that live in my comments, talking shit, lying all the time. Fucking disgraceful pieces of shit. Anyway, appreciate it. Open up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if any of you trolls want to come on and put the camera on your face and debate. I know none of you pussies will. Guaranteed. Here, this guy's going to try and come on and say something. I saw this guy talking shit in the chat. What's up, M-A-R-Q.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, what's going on, man? Number one, Zach, I respect you as a man. I am not here to argue.
Oh, I thought I saw you trolling in the chat. It wasn't you?
I'm not trolling, Zach.
Okay, it was somebody else.
I'm trying to. I understand the world. I agree with your viewpoints. The world is very rigged. Sports. I wouldn't say sport. I don't know. I'm not too personal, but I know the world runs at a very high level with these very high individuals, and I'm really just here to get an understanding. I understand, like you said, the world is rigged. Everything is rigged. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are out here not understanding what they're doing. They're not aware of what's going on. I'm in college right now, man. Like I understand this shit. I understand it 100%. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm gonna say it one more time. So the next point I say, please don't try and, you know what I'm saying, attack me or anything of that nature. But I'm not understanding how Gematria is really sort of identifying the scheme of the world. So let
You
me.
don't
So
understand
for
how it's
example,
identifying. I'm gonna be rude. You don't understand how it's identifying. That's a Goyim level comment. That shows you got the Goyim level IQ. So let's go over it again for at the Goyim speed. In Gematria, royal family equals 56, like coronation. The last king of England dead at age 56. So doesn't that explain why they have the coronation on 5/6?
Yeah.
You just said you didn't understand it though.
No, I'm talking about certain. I'm not saying the entirety. I'm saying certain aspects of what you're highlighting. For example, I believe the Eric Spoelstra cruising to 111th career win. That video right
811
there.
wins on the 141st day of the year. 811.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Prime.
A point I noted in your video is you sort of identified a specific aspect within the video. So let me go back to my comment. I said, no troll. Notice that you don't really provide concrete evidence. Let me finish that. Don't interrupt me. I said, no troll. Notice that you don't provide concrete evidence before the games of who is going to win, which makes it seem like you're making connections on.
Okay, I just got to get the guy off here. I saw him leaving done comments in the chat. I knew he was a troll. Again, I put out the information on Patreon before the games. If you had been here before 2018, I started my Patreon at the end of 2018. Anybody, I never, everything I used to put out $1 million free picks all the time for free on YouTube before September 2018. I've been on Patreon since then. But yeah, I'm not going to listen to that guy anymore. I mean, just a moron. So again, I mean, just coming on and just like I just said, I just called him out point blank for being a Goyim. He is. Sign up for Patreon, moron, and shut the fuck up. Gotta get tired of listening to these fucking morons. Just a fucking retard, man. God damn, fucking stupid as fuck. There's a Mark Twain. I forget exactly how he said it, but he said you can't convince a moron they're a moron. So get the fuck off my channel, Mark. All right, what's up, Matthew?
Hey, what's going on, Jack? How you doing?
Doing all right.
All right. I just real quick. I'm not going to be long-winded. I wanted to apologize the other night on TFR. I didn't mean to go on a long. Anyway, long story short, I just wanted to get to the final score. The Nuggets won with 113, and you put up an interesting note earlier with the stat muse about the 138 and 88.
Hold on, just pause about 113, the National Basketball Association number. Just look at ESPN's timer. Like how look, they've got to give you a 113-second story about the Nuggets' 113-point win. Another thing we've been talking about forever, just how the ESPN's tickers always have to be perfect. Okay, go ahead.
All right, and to add on to that, so the Lakers finished the year with 51 wins, and remember you said about the 138, they only have 138 wins all time against the Nuggets. Well, I put in the comments earlier that today they were kind of paying tribute to Michael Jordan, and Michael is 51 and 138, and also Michael Jordan is 113. Well, it turns out that the fifth ring of his six rings that he won, he beat the Utah Jazz in the 51st season. And if you remember, it was on 11-3 that the Utah Jazz caused the coronavirus to get us all the way into the bubble. And remember, the final four teams that we have this year was the final four teams from the bubble. And you have the Nuggets who are in their 56th season, and coronavirus sums to 56, and today is the 142nd day, and that also sums to coronavirus sums to 142. So it seems like they were playing like a tribute to Michael Jordan and the Jazz and the whole bubble theme. It was just very interesting when you pointed that 138 out earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, like I said, I just wanted to say this is outside the decode. I've had a few channels taken down because of some information that I was forwarding about Gematria and stuff. But I want to test that I was here for God. I think I found you in, want to say 2016, and I mean I've watched you tear down all these other frauds, man. I mean, from killing Tony, tell it like it isn't, that freaking
Hold
fraud.
on. Let's not even talk about that fucking loser. That
Yeah,
guy.
he's a loser.
Look at him. No, hold on. That guy's Italian, right? I guarantee you, he has like some mafioso family. For people who don't know that little speech impediment loser, Tony, tell it like it is. Again, that guy crawled out of some asshole out of God knows where. 3
Yes.
years into me doing this, and then he would just come on, and every year he'd say, Zach is wrong about the Super Bowl. It's going to be my favorite teams again this year, the Steelers and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Every year he'd be like, I'd have my championship pick, which would be dead on. He came out like back when I couldn't miss, when I just nailed like every future. He'd be on videos with some bullshit ass Gematria decode, just making the work look dumb as fuck, and just picking his same teams every year. The year that the Astros got beat by, or excuse me, the year the Astros beat the Dodgers, the year that Harvey happened.
Yeah, Hurricane Harvey
came on and put out a video. Everybody following Zach is a moron. Houston's definitely losing. This is the Dodgers will win this. I guarantee it. That fucking little faggot. He's making videos trying to talk shit about me. It's like, man, shut the fuck up and crawl back up the asshole you came out of in Paris, sorry ass motherfucker. So let's not even bring up that guy's name. He's
my bad.
He got put on the scene to make Gematria look bad. Never called anything wrong. Hey, you guys want to be close to 100% in picking sports games? Just go to that guy's channel and pick whatever the opposite is that he's saying. Just go the opposite way every time.
Yeah. Oh, and I just got one more nugget, and then I'll go ahead and leave. What was it? Bill Russell, you talked about earlier this year, and you know, about him dying. I saw something interesting with the Lakers gematria today. So from Bill Russell, for everybody that doesn't know, he died, I believe, July 31st, 2022. If you do that numerology date all the way to the date of the finals this year, which is 6/1, it's actually 305 days, right? And I looked up when you just type in the Los Angeles Lakers, they summed to 305, and they just, you know, lost to the Nuggets, who are going into the finals. Well, it looks like Miami might be going to the finals, and
Miami
there you go. There you see. I don't even have to say no more. You already got it. Yep, that's all I got for you, brother.
We showed when Takeoff died down in Houston.
Oh yeah.
It was all synced up with the Mac Dre killing on the 305th day.
Yeah, Mac Dre from the Bay. Yep.
Yeah, because he died on the 305th day of the year, and then, you know, they said the Migos guys survived the van shootout, and then
and it's what, the Heat's 35th season, and I believe Bill, the gematria of Bill, is 35. So maybe, you know, maybe it was already in the code, you know, for them to get there to face the Nuggets, you know, and the whole 56 connection. So, you know, but yeah,
I mean, if they end up going that route, if the Heat do finish it off again, you see what they did. They brought two 56s together again. The Nuggets in the 56th season versus the 56th team. But there's got to be more to it that we've been overlooking. Because I definitely didn't have a Nuggets Heat finals. You know, the funny thing is, though, the other team that won the day of the coronation in the Kentucky Derby, besides the Lakers beating the Warriors, was the Heat beating the Knicks. And the Knicks were the last 8 seed to make it to a conference finals. Actually, they're the only other 8 seed to make it to a conference finals. But the horse that won that day was Mage, wearing the number 8. And then, you know, we helped people win with Baffert this weekend. Baffert got his 8th win at the Preakness.
Yes, he did. I saw. Yep.
But,
real quick, not to cut you off. Do you think that there might be some big ritual with this whole play-in thing? Because they kept saying, even though the Lakers got eliminated tonight, they were like, "Oh, they're the first play-in team to make the conference finals, whatever." So, do you think like maybe they're trying to do that for the Heat, as far as like them being the first play-in team to make the finals or something? Like, I gotta, because I think playing, and I think either playing tournament or playing sums to 88. I'm not exactly sure. I got to double check that.
Maybe it's the third year of the play-in, so creating new history.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and look at what I'm missing. If they do have a Heat Nuggets finals, I'm sure there were clues there, and we'll unravel more. But
all right, cool.
The thing is just the 56 that stands out. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm gonna leave my tip in the chat, and I appreciate everything you do. And screw the trolls.
Yeah,
That's all I got to
indeed.
say.
Indeed.
All right, brother.
Yeah, look at all the trolls, you guys. They just keep going, you said Lakers. Nope. I challenge anyone to find one clip of me saying the Lakers are definitely winning the finals this year. The Lakers are definitely, I challenge anyone to find one clip of that anywhere. You're not going to find it anywhere. I know exactly what I said. And again, the first team that I felt good about being in the finals in the West, I made that remark in April with what was going on with Donald Trump in court and the whole Joker thing. So, but I did increase the Lakers' odds, as the ritual got bigger and bigger with the king. But like I also said, I'm not sure the ritual is going to go past that series with the coronation. So, DB.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I just wanted to get some information on exactly. I believe everything that's going on. I've been following this for years, but exactly how are they doing? Like with the school shootings, like are kids actually dying, or the school is empty and they're just putting numbers on
Okay,
the news?
so here, let me just ask you this: in all the mass shootings that have been reported over the years, how many evidence have you seen of shots fired, dead bodies?
Exactly, none.
None. And they recently just put out a video of the police response in the Nashville school, and they were clearly running through a school building that was 1,000,000% empty.
Man, and what about I remember
And again, like I'm always saying, you guys, the Jesuits run the whole thing. That Nashville shooting. The Nashville shooting was 135 days after the Superior General's birthday, and both of the officers' names who had to put out the body cam footage, both of their names equal 135, and they both happen to be Jesuit educated. And again, zero evidence that anybody was in the school. So,
and with the I know some of the ambulances be having the numbers on them too. Do you think
exactly.
the nurses and stuff are in on it, or how is that working? Like the nurses or the first
Well,
responders?
again, are they even real nurses? Or is it even a real ambulance? Is it like the one
Wow.
like Lamar Hamlin that had no numbers? I mean, that one had no numbers on it. It looked like it was a painted U-Haul truck. But yeah, and by the way, you guys, what did I say about the whole Damar Hamlin thing? I said it was a hoax, and I said it showed that there'd be some major financial collapse stuff in March, all about 83. And then what? You had 5 bank collapses that were all huge 83 rituals in March. Again, collapse equals 83, like football, and Hamlin's birthday is the 83rd day of the year. Another correct prediction. And that's what I always have these losers that are just hanging around talking shit. And it's like, do you not appreciate all the stuff that I'm calling dead on that should wake up all of fucking humanity? I mean, come on. But yeah, your questions about what's really going on, I mean, I can only answer as far as I know. All I can say, though, is I haven't seen any evidence in any of these shootings that anyone was ever shot. I see a load of bullshit in all of them. I told everybody the shooting in Louisville was all about the Kentucky Derby. It was 149 days after the Superior General's birthday. And then who won the 149th Kentucky Derby? Venezuela, where the Superior General's from. So,
Yeah,
again.
and that's the last question I have. Now, do you think this will ever come to an end or actually get exposed? Like the world, like a mass amount of people in the world will find out about this, and just a revolution. Do you think any of that could happen?
Can a revolution happen in this country?
Yes.
Well, I'm pushing real hard to make a revolution happen in this country, but it doesn't look likely. I mean, you got people that just, you got a society of emasculated men who are hardly like men. You got people that have no balls. You got people that are pacified. They're still just content with their ball games and their Cheetos and their beers. But yeah, maybe if enough people keep pushing, maybe there will be a revolution. That's why we're out pounding pavement on the streets, and we're trying to go out in front of sports stadiums and wake up fans to. Well, I don't know if you watched it when I was down in LA, but it's exactly the same to those fans. You guys are so worried about how your sports team's doing. You guys are all, congregating to watch a sports game. We should be congregating right now to overthrow our corrupt government. Here you are in a state where Gavin Newsom took away your rights and liberties. This guy still is your governor. I mean, a revolution needs to happen. That's why I push here every day. But I don't know. It's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. We're probably all going to go down in flames like we are right now. I hate to say it, but that's the way it looks.
All right. But all right, man, I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, DB. Right. Have a good one. All right. What's up, DX? DX. Should we talk about what happened to DMX while we wait for DX to talk?
You need to stop fucking lying all the time.
What am I lying about?
Niggas. That's
what am I lying about?
Say.
What
Stop
am I lying
fucking
about?
lying and scamming all the time.
What am I lying about? What am I lying about, DX? Oh, he just hung up. So DX, you heard it there. It took him a while to say something. He was like trying to find his balls, and then all he had was his little bullshit lines with nothing behind it. Then when I asked him, he couldn't answer. He just hung up. That's what we call a fucking loser. All right, G Wiz.
Zachary Hubbard, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, what's up?
Zachary Hubbard, can I have a debate with you right now on stream?
All right, let's debate.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Let's hear it.
All right, bet. So, I'm Mark. I came back. I just wanted to talk, man. I'm not a troll.
Let me answer your question in the chat. Let me answer your question in the chat.
Okay.
Why would I ever give this guy any money? Because you could learn something, you fucking moron. Now go ahead.
Okay. I'm not here to argue.
All right.
I'm not here to troll.
Say something.
I'm not here to be negative.
Say something before I hang up again.
Look. I'm trying to figure out why you don't have anybody who opposes your views on your stream. Number one, if you it gets you views.
All you guys do is come on and talk ignorance and bullshit. You just said you don't.
Am I talking ignorance and bullshit?
I do it all before the game on Patreon. You fucking moron.
Am I talking ignorance and bullshit?
Yes, you are.
How? Explain.
I just explained, moron.
What did you say? I'm confused.
Oh my god, what a fucking retard! You guys, that's a fucking retard. I just explained it, and he said, "Oh." Your question: why would I ever give this guy any money? To learn something, you fucking retard. You said, what does 8/11 have to do with anything? I said, it's the 141st prime. He got his 811th win on the 141st day of the year. Didn't seem to sink in. You said, I never do anything until after the games. False. I do it all before the games, early every morning if you're on Patreon. I get up real early, and I put out all the information real early so people can look at it and think about it and use their own brain and do like what Gematria 32 does and pat his pockets. Fucking retard. Here, DMX is back, but he forgot the M. Let's see if he caught his balls and actually has something to follow up with. Okay, DX, defend your point. DX, what are you, dinosaur brain?
Lie. You said the Lakers was going to win.
Where did I say that?
Win.
Where did I say that?
You're just a liar. You scammed
Where did I say that, moron? Where did I say it?
Like, are you drunk? I don't
Where
understand.
did I say it, retard?
You need to stop lying.
Okay, see, that's the trolls, you guys. I asked him where I said it. He doesn't have an answer because he's just, he's just talking shit. God damn. All right, you guys want me to give G Wiz a second try? Okay. Let's see if G Wiz he's already struck out, you guys. He's already used all of his strikes, but we'll treat him like he's our little sister. And now instead of 3 strikes and you're out, because you're my little sister, you get 10 strikes. So you got 7 more to go, moron.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the personal attacks. I appreciate them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what I was saying before was you really you don't really predict. I ain't gonna look because you're gonna be like, well, pay me $5 for the Patreon, bro. I'm not gonna give you money for the Patreon. I'm trying to understand what the information is, so then I can
give out a lot of free
money.
information.
You get what I'm saying?
Every day, so you can learn.
But is the free information really persuasive enough to get the person to pay you $5? Because if you're not showing that you're predicting the games, how can you actually get somebody to convert to the actual
okay,
moron?
You
get what I'm saying?
Again, here, I'll bring him back on. But for the moron, again, hey, moron. From 2013 through September of 2018, I had about 1 million correct sports calls. People were used to me nailing Monday Night Football every night, futures. It was all put out for free. That's why there's thousands of people on my Patreon who support the work. Okay? That's why. And last year in February, I gave you guys 10 basketball picks for free. 9 out of 10 hit, moron. That's called 90%. That's called fat pockets. Okay? And I do, if you do pay attention, I do give you guys free picks. The day that Paul Silas died, remember the day Paul Silas died, moron? What did I say that day? I said, his son Steven Silas is an 11.5-point underdog today. And the Rockets have had some big upsets recently synced up with the SpaceX launches. I smell another upset today. And you know what? The Rockets upset the Milwaukee Bucks the day that Paul Silas died. And because I know you're a goyim, low IQ fucking retard, again, Paul Silas's son, Steven Silas, coaches the Rockets. Thus, another free pick that was given to low-life pieces of shit like you, where you could have benefited from it, and then maybe signed up for the Patreon and got some more good information. All right. Let's try one more time.
Bro, I
Okay,
never
G-Wiz, are
said
you starting to catch on yet?
yes, bro. Control me through your stream. Yes, bro. Like, bro, come on, bro. You want the
We're
power
not
of me? You
bros.
can have it,
We're
gang.
not
You
bro,
can have
little
it, gang.
sis.
You
Hey,
can
little
have it,
sis.
gang.
Try it. Try another
No,
one,
man.
little
I'm little
sis.
sis. I'm little sis. Yes, yes, yes. I'm little sis. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be bigger than this. I thought we were men, bro. I thought we were.
Okay. I can't listen to any more of this fucking retard. So, anyway, is there anybody who can bring a real debate, not just like filibuster and talk nonsense and bullshit that's easily debunked? Does anybody have a real debate? All right, DB's back, but I don't think he wants to debate. What's up, DB?
Yeah, I just wanted to but can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted some more information. Like, so what are they exactly trying to say about the 42 and black people, like the correlation with the Bible? Like, what are they actually trying to say?
Okay, here, let's bring up some Bible verses. I want to make a point about this. We're going to bring up Revelation 1:14. That's the only place in the Bible where you get a physical description of Jesus. And let's just read it out loud. His head and his hairs were like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Okay. Based on what I just read, how do you imagine Jesus looking? Do you imagine a white guy?
Not at all.
Right. Not at all, right? Like
Yeah.
wool, burnt brass. I mean, that's not white. Okay.
And also,
Well, LeBron James is basketball Jesus, right? So LeBron James equals 114, like that verse is 114, right? And then LeBron James also 42. And again, New Testament's 42. And the New Testament begins with the 42 generations of Jesus, and they call him King James, and there's a Bible named after King James. And again, the original Bibles are 42-line Bibles, and they've stamped 42 all over Black history. And just the word history itself is also 114 and 42. So, and again, I mean, it's just like the things they do with all the rappers. They kill all the rappers in the Jesus Code, which I'm always talking about. They put out, again, the Jesuits, they put out the Tupac Machiavelli album with him on the cross like Jesus on Remember the 5th of November. And the big hit song on that's Hail Mary, which is Catholic. So,
man. And also I want to bro, I just want to say, like, bro, people are waking up. I know you probably don't see it on the stream and stuff, but I'm in Texas. I learned a guy showed me you. I was in some type of computer class. Like, we was in high school, and he was like, "You know about Gematria?" And he showed me your page and stuff like this. Bro, I had ended up catching a case. So, and it was like a assault case, whatever. And I was in a cell with murderers, bro, like 6-man cell murder, and they know about you, bro. They're like, "Yeah, I seen this guy. We was talking. He like, I seen this guy talking about him, but with 38." They didn't really know, but they know. Like, they're like, people are getting skeptical about what's actually going on. I don't know if it's a shift or whatever. Like, even my mom like getting skeptical of things that's going on. So people are waking up, bro. They just, I don't know.
well, there are people waking up, and you're right. People are aware of who I am. Last year at this time, I was out in Buffalo educating about the ritual they did on. Again, you guys, okay. Just like how the description of Jesus is very black, if you look into the Hebrews in the Bible, they're also very black, but we think of like Jewish people as white. Well, so history's been whitewashed. And last year I was in Buffalo to explain. Notice how Jewish is 74 and notice how white supremacist is 74. Last year on Israel's 74th birthday, you had the white supremacist shooting in the black neighborhood in Buffalo. But if you guys watched my live stream last year, you saw this happen on the live stream. The Hebrew Israelites were out there, and I was trying to engage with the Hebrew Israelites and get them to see where they're not all wrong. And if you don't know anything about Hebrew Israelites, they don't like white people too much. And for a while, they were screaming at me that I was white devil and I need to shut up and I was in the wrong neighborhood. But then they finally let me talk, and then one of them one of the Hebrew Israelites, what was hilarious is he stopped the group. He said, whoa, whoa, whoa. He said, my brother's texting me right now. He's watching this guy's live stream. He said, this guy's helped my brother win $70,000 off sports. And then the leader of the Hebrew Israelites is like, are you teaching my people to gamble? And I said, well, not exactly, but I do teach the knowledge. So anyway, but it was actually cool to watch because it went from them hating on me to actually we became cool. And then I was there for the whole week. And then every day I was out until like 2 a.m. one night, just hanging out with these guys, talking to them on the street. We went from white devil to like best friends. Anyway, it is an example of how knowledge can bring people together. And again, I mean, really, that's what humanity needs. Humanity needs knowledge to wake up and stop fighting with themselves and to see who their real enemy is that's manipulating them and making a mockery of us day after day. But again, when that happened to me last year on the shoot, I was like, oh, the word is getting out there. Look at that. Hebrew Israelites, one of his brothers even follows me. So anyway.
And I also seen like in some of your not very recent, but some of your past videos, like there's a spiritual factor to all this, as in like it's just not as white and black as they're just killing people. There's a real reason and a real what should I say, a real agenda to what they're doing. Like
it's real spiritual magic and it's real spiritual wickedness. Again, guys, the thing that rules over us is a network that goes back to at least Babylon. And they have way more knowledge and understanding. And what I know about the cabal, it's probably so small compared to what they know. But yeah, there is a reason that they kill people. And there is a reason that they do things the way they do. Realize these people are ruling over us. And they have like a spell over humanity. The reason all of you guys are out there hating on me is because you're under the spell of the Illuminati that goes back to Babylon. They got you on puppet strings. That's why you're doing everything they want you to do. You're out there, trashing your body, wasting your life, watching these rigged fucking games, paying for these overpriced tickets, hating on people who tell you the truth. This is the magic. Again, some of us are immune to the spell. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because we were better. Maybe it's because we were purer of heart. I was a good person growing up. I was, for all you guys who say I'm a narcissist, you guys are so fucking dumb. I'm one of the most selfless people there ever is. If you're in a room with me and we're both hungry and there's only one bite of food for both of us, I guarantee you all day, even if I fucking hate you, I'll let you eat the bite of food because I'd feel bad eating it if you didn't get to eat it. I always go out of my way for other people. I don't know if that's what it is. Like just being a good person is allows you to ultimately see through the Illuminati and their bullshit. But most people aren't good people, and most people are under the spell and not seeing through anything. So
yeah, and I try to tell people like there's real, like as in like real magic going on, as in just the colors of the food, the like McDonald's is yellow, Taco Bell is purple. The colors are making people hungry to eat this shit food. Like even with it's a thing called sex magic. There's a song that came out some years back, where they were pushing like eating booty, like it's so like
they've been doing that for a long time, man. There's an album from the '80s, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They have the Blood, Sex, Sugar Magic album. But here, what you're saying is alchemy. So okay, here, everybody, here's your homework assignment. Read the 7 Hermetic principles. It's super short. It doesn't take long to read. It's really quick to read, but it's something you can think about for the rest of your life. But here's 2 things you have to know about the Hermetic principles out of the 7. Everything carries a vibration. Every shape, every sound, every color, every letter, every number, everything. Everything carries a vibration. And every vibration has an impact on the world we live in. That's a Hermetic teaching. Another Hermetic teaching is there's only 1 of 2 scenarios for everybody. You're either being influenced or you're doing the influencing. And the thing is, almost all of us are being influenced by this cabal all the time because they control the things that are in front of our face all the time, including the screens. And like you said, you're right. They're using certain colors to influence behavior. They're using certain sounds, all sorts of shit they're doing to make us go along with their agenda. I mean, there's a reason these news broadcasts come with all these flashy graphics and things that are meant to, like, I don't know, hypnotize us, I guess. And it's working on people because people are watching this bullshit ass news and believing it, which to me is amazing. It doesn't work on me. I'll tell you what, man, the news, from a child, I've seen through the news. That's why I'm amazed that anybody falls for it. I figured that shit out when I was 7 years old, you guys, because I'd be in a room with people watching the news. It'd be like all this low vibration, scary ass shit. be like, oh my God, you'd be like afraid of some insect or just whatever they wanted you to be afraid of that day. But then if you just went out of the room or you went outside and started shooting the basketball, you're like, whatever they're tripping about on the news, it's perfectly fine out here. I'm not even listening to that shit anymore. And nothing's changed. But anyway, go ahead, DB.
Nah, I mean, that's all I had to say. I appreciate you, bro. It's some good information getting put out there. So, yeah. I mean, I might join back in another stream just to get some more information. But, yeah, that's it.
All right. Appreciate it, DB.
All right.
Get one. All right. Guy Johnson with the old windows. Guy Johnson, you're on the stream.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so you're full of shit, and the reason you're full of shit is because I saw your video. You deleted it, but you made a video after the Lakers beat the Warriors, guaranteeing the Lakers would win.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I never
No,
made
no,
any video that got
I
deleted.
saw it.
Bullshit.
No, you can't lie. I saw it.
Shut the fuck up. See, this is what the trolls do. They just get on here and lie all fucking day. There was no video made. There was no video deleted. Get the fuck out of here, sorry-ass motherfucker. Goddamn. Kobe Bean, is it another troll? Yeah, I already hung up. Fucking morons, man. God. Truth Seeker.
Hey, what's going on, brother Zach?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, man, you gotta ignore these trolls, bro. They're just there to try to irritate you, bro. Don't even pay them no mind, man. That's what they do, man. But I mean, you just gave out scripts, man, and they flipped the script. Obviously, they had everybody, the public, everybody was catching on to the Lakers thing, and they obviously flipped the script.
I'm not going to say for sure that they flipped the script, right? Because in April, the beginning of April, we saw what they did with the Nuggets and the Donald Trump thing. And I made people go back and watch my stream on Patreon from the beginning of April. In the same stream where I said John Rahm would win the Masters, I talked about why it looked like the Nuggets were the team in the West based on the latest Trump thing. And I emphasized how many times Trump's been synced up with championships. But I also said in that, I said the Lakers have, I was saying back then, the Lakers still have a shot. We'll see what they do after the King Charles coronation. And I mean, they did sync it all perfectly up with Charles. But then, like I said, game one, I said had LeBron won game one against the Nuggets, then I would have been saying, okay, the Lakers are winning this series. But like I said, if they don't win that game, which is exactly what I said before the game, if they don't win game one against the Nuggets, and again, you guys.
Yeah, you even called that.
Hold on. LeBron could have got his 183rd playoff win exactly 183 days after King Charles' birthday, after they synced up all that shit with King Charles in the series with the Warriors, but he did it. And when he didn't get that, I said, well, that does not look good for this series. So did they decide to flip the script right there? Possibly, but I'm not going to say they flipped it for sure. I mean, it does make sense that Denver's there this year in light of the 76 connection and the Joker connection and all that. So, like, I think it's entirely possible that they have multiple scripts and they go where the public money isn't or where the least payout is.
Yeah, but you actually even called that, though. You literally said beforehand, he's like, if LeBron loses game one, you're concerned about LeBron. So you literally called that yourself. If people actually listen to what you actually say, you know what I mean? So.
Well, and the thing is, all the people are talking shit. There are a lot of trolls on my Patreon too. But I mean, the people who are not on my Patreon, they're not hearing these conversations. Again, you guys, the only work I do now before games is on Patreon. And for all of you guys who say, well, why not just... I could start putting out more stuff for free. But here's the reality. People who've been around for a long time... Here, let me show you guys something. The Big Lead. This is USA Today's sports page. My name is Zachary K. Hubbard. This article was written in 2016. And why was this article written? Because I nailed exactly what the Super Bowl would be in October. Why the Broncos would beat the Panthers, why Von Miller would be the MVP, why there'd be a Black Panther tribute at halftime. I called all that in October. All of that was dead on. I even called the Super Bowl MVP as a defensive player in October. It's hardly ever a defensive player that's the MVP. But this article was written. So again, this is the point I'm making is this shows that there's eyes on what I'm doing. 2017, the next year, Vice News, Zachary K. Hubbard. That year, in what was it? The end of August, we said why the Astros would beat the Dodgers. And Vice News, another big news publication, wrote another hit piece on me. And again, there are people who have eyes on what I'm doing and what I'm calling. And why is that? Because I called a lot of shit correct before it happened, including Prince's death. And again, there's people in the community who feel that this same cabal will flip shit because I called it now. And I'm not saying that that is the case, but a lot of people prefer the way I do the notes now. You know, Gematria32 is not complaining about the way I put out the sports information. Gematria32, if you want to come on here and talk, please do. But Gematria32 is not complaining about the way I put out the sports information, and neither are a lot of people who've been around for a long time. I put out information which should lead you to a conclusion about what the better side of games is, but I don't like to specify exactly what I think is going to happen anymore. I just put all the notes and information there so that you can weigh the scales. If I wrote out that there's 5 things that can go for this team and 1 that can go for this team, which team do you think I like in that game? I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, but
exactly. It's basically like follow, you know, the blueprint. It's like what side seems more likely, you know, in that scenario, pretty much. And that's what people fail to realize, because you do have great information on that Patreon. I'm on your Patreon too. But one thing I wanted to point out too, did you see the Taco Tuesday commercial with LeBron that aired too during the during the game?
You know, I didn't have I did see that in the background, but I didn't hear anything because I had the volume all the way down.
Well, I was doing some research on the Gematria calculator, and Denver Nuggets and Taco Tuesday actually both equal 64. So, I mean, they were literally telling you right there and then that the Nuggets were more than likely going to win that game, you know, them airing that commercial like that.
Yeah, interesting.
It's all
just remind people about Taco Bell. Do you remember a few years back when Taco Bell was doing those Taco Bell Illuminati commercials?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yep.
You know that Taco Bell's the only fast food chain that equals 201?
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, it's in Jewish Gematria. In Jewish Gematria, out of all the fast food chains, they're the only one with the 201 connection, just like Order of Illuminati. Yeah.
Oh, and also look at their logo, the dragon eye or whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
There's definitely something up with that too. I'm sure you probably can research that some more too. But I mean, they were honestly telling you that the Nuggets are going to win too because Bryce James, how he committed equals some 38. You know what I mean? So I mean, they were telling you the whole time that LeBron wasn't an answer.
And the whole thing about LeBron Jr. is, again, when LeBron set the points record against the Thunder, after he was interviewed after the game, he said the only thing he has left to do is play with his son. Again, the reason I think he did it against the Thunder is because they're from Seattle, and again, the last father-son tandem was the Griffeys, Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. So
you see where they're putting out the story about him considering retirement too, LeBron?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if LeBron retires before 42, to be perfectly honest. So
yeah, I don't think he's going to retire, but he might take a year off. But I don't know. It's just kind of feeling kind of like how Brady was, because Brady got embarrassed before he went out too, though. So we'll see.
I thought about it a little bit with I was like, if he loses today and gets swept on the day Carmelo retires, could he? But I got
that's kind of crazy though, with that Carmelo connection you put together, the Nuggets and the Lakers. That's kind of wild too. Like so.
That's how they do it, though, man. It's all ritualism.
That is, man. But you keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't let the trolls get to you, bro. You're doing great work, bro. Obviously, you're doing something right for all these trolls to get to you. And you take care, brother. Take care, man. I'll talk to you again later.
All right, take care. Charmed.
Yo, Zach, how you doing today, man?
Yeah, what's up?
Look, man, I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to debate. I just want to say, man, God loves you, bro. Not here to spread any negativity, man. I like what you're doing here. I just have one question. Why do you not have anybody on that opposes your viewpoints?
Are you the same Mark guy that was just on a second ago?
Yes, sir.
What do you? It's an open panel. I mean, that just seems like a dumb question in itself. Anybody can join the fucking stream. What you should be asking is why these same fucking losers that live in the comment all day don't come on and make a real argument. Just like you can't make a real argument. You're on here asking dumb questions.
Okay. I see what you're saying, Zach, man. I just wanted to talk to you. If you don't want to talk, man, it's all cool, bro. I'm trying to have a civil conversation.
Well, it's you have to understand, I don't like dumb people, and so far you haven't said a single fucking thing that makes me think you're anything other than a retard. Say something intelligent and I'll let you stay on.
That's a valid viewpoint. I'm not gonna lie, that's a valid viewpoint.
It is a valid point, yeah. It might not
I mean, what do you want? Do you want me to just get on my knees and just like
just get the fuck out of here is what I want you to do. Jesus God. What's up, Rich?
No, just listening to all this, man, and you just touched on it, what I wanted to call in about. Back when I first found you around 2016, 2017, I was watching you show a riddle, show a ritual, whatever you want to call it, and then predict things correctly. What I always try to show people is when that changed just a little bit is when you called into the NFL, which thousands of people have heard that phone call. It's the best 5-minute call I've ever heard, exposing them.
To Robert Roberts, the Robert Roberts call.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, I forgot about the Robert Roberts phone call. But shit has gotten harder to call, man. Maybe that was the mistake, calling into the NFL league office.
Sorry, I can't hear you well. I think I'm having a bad connection. I just moved.
Go ahead. I hear you fine. Go.
Okay, I can hear better now. The point I want to make to people that there's just so many new people all the time that's got the same dumb questions is that when you called into the NFL, 2 weeks later, for the first time in my life, I watched them come off commercial break and give us a numerology lesson off of a timeout right on Sunday Night Football. That was them softening the blow. So what I'm trying to show people is it's not that they flipped the scripts. They're just making it harder, or they're putting multiple narratives out there. So it's harder to predict. I'm a person who just sits here annoyed. I don't need you to predict a fucking thing ever again, because I've already seen the truth of 9/11. I've seen the truth of scripted Super Bowls, multiple World Series, NCAA, the Kentucky Derby. We've seen it all. We don't need anything predicted. And I wish you'd stop predicting sports and just show what they did afterwards, because then you may have less supporters, but at least the people that we're supporting would be there to support and not be there for their own personal gain and troll you when they lose $5.
I don't know to talk back because you can't hear me.
I can hear you now. I moved to a different place, like in town, so my connection's bad in my bedroom for some reason. I can hear you now.
Well, we got to continue to call things. It has become more difficult to call things, and like I said, I mean, they've been. Again, for people who weren't here back in the day, it was way easier to call these sports games. It seems like a lot of them are a lot more double-coded now, and they put out a lot of false clues. It's like back in the day, they'd put out one storyline in the year, and I'd be like, oh, look at how this thing's up with the championship, and that's exactly what it would be. Now, like, over the course of the NFL season, they'll drop, like, 8 of those storylines. You're like, fuck, which one of these is it?
Yeah.
But
let's go back to Buffalo, Zach. I put my own money on Tampa Bay appearing in that Super Bowl that year because who paid tribute at the Buffalo shooting? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that was stuck in my head all year, and I was thinking Buffalo versus Tampa Bay.
Remember, that wasn't there when I first got there. It was there after like 2 days of being there. Somebody said maybe they did that to bait you, and maybe they fucking did. So.
I think there's been a lot of baiting going on. So I don't
know what we're talking about. Last year I was in Buffalo at the top shooting, and I got there the day of Josh Allen's birthday, which I think is May 21st, a week after the shooting. And I stayed there for the week. And after being there for like 2 days, all of a sudden there was a big Tampa Bay Buccaneers thing in the memorial. There was no other NFL team representation, only the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I thought, that's interesting. Why are they the only team in the memorial?
Yeah.
And now remember, last year, that Buffalo shooting was perfectly synced with the opener against LA, which is why we said Buffalo would beat LA, and they did as underdogs. And, we liked Buffalo Super Bowl narrative, but then once Len Dawson died, I said, well, shit, if it's not Buffalo, it's the Chiefs this year. And that's exactly what it was. And when you look at the Super Bowl, the Chiefs won it, and Buffalo was a part of it because they had DeMar Hamlin there in his little Jesus jacket. So.
Yeah. I just couldn't take it anymore and had to call in and just try to make a point to maybe if a few new people can understand that it ain't the same as it was in 2016 and 2017. And someone who's been here the whole time can notice that, Everybody wants a prediction. It's got to be a prediction all the time. Well, otherwise, it's not rigged.
The other thing people don't understand is this channel's been deleted 20-some times. This channel, Gematria Effect Sports, was created in, July of 2018, and I've lost a whole bunch of news channels since then, but the sports channels remained up. It was just on the verge of deletion a couple months back. It had 2 strikes on it. But again, I should be, if it wasn't for the fucking censorship police at Google, I'd be able to point back to all of our correct future calls that used to just be up on my old YouTube channel.
But you could probably agree with me that, predicting is a huge bonus. but it's also about what you can show. You know, I mean, maybe you don't see every single narrative that they're putting out. Maybe you overlook something, but then since we have eyes to see, after the game's played, we can point out what they did, what we missed, because we know what to look for.
Well, and even having the knowledge, just having the knowledge in real time, it helps you take advantage of the games. The scores
Absolutely.
at the end of the quarter often tell you what the final outcome's going to be. So, I mean, the knowledge is still helpful. It's like the reality was when I used to put out everything for free, over 80% of the picks that I put out on the YouTube channel were correct. And everybody who was here back then knows that's no bullshit. Now, what's my pick percentage rate? It's not nearly as good as 80%, but it's still winning. We're still winning over here. And we still hit on big upsets all the time. We still hit futures. I mean, yeah, people expect perfection because I was doing perfection in the past in terms of futures. Now we're still doing well with futures. I mean, we hit the Masters this year. Our Super Bowl outcome was right. World Cup, other shit I'm forgetting.
Right.
You know, I mean, just like we knew to watch for the opening round of the March Madness tournament. They did a huge 84 ritual with Connecticut. We had UConn identified as one of 7 teams that could hit an 84 ritual.
How did the Matrix make $2,500 off of Jacksonville coming back down, what, 30 points or something?
$100 on Jacksonville at halftime in their playoff game. I told people that was the strongest game of that day in the playoffs, that Jacksonville looked like the strongest play of the day. And sure, it didn't look good at halftime in terms of the score. But at the same time, yeah, right, the Matrix had what I said about the game. And then he also caught how the way Tony Dungy was talking at halftime. Because Tony Dungy was talking about like, oh, I think they're still in it. I think they can come back and win this game. It's like, really?
Wow.
I mean, have you ever come back from this score before? The record comeback. Tony Dungy, another guy who lost his son to suicide as he wins the Super Bowl. I'm sure that's what happened. But yeah, all you guys out there that hate on me, you guys are some sick fucks. I got to tell you that, because you sit here and you idolize people like Tony Dungy, who probably, you know, I'd say it's 99.9% probable he had his son sacrificed for his rigged Super Bowl that goes down as a suicide. But that's what we're over here exposing, how sick this fucking shit is. I mean, for years I'm saying that when Jim Brown dies, it'll be connected to LeBron. It couldn't be any more fucking obvious that it was connected to LeBron. And then it's a perfect number ritual with the playoff series. And you guys are still coming around. And that's what annoys me too. I'd be like, call it before it happens. Like, shut the fuck up, moron. I've been saying this shit for years. For years, you stupid ass motherfuckers. How many times have I talked about the NBA and 113? Is this all after? Are we just figuring this out tonight, Rich, about 113?
No, actually, the day of the pandemic, I remember it very clearly.
The day of the pandemic. I mean, talk about more like 2014.
Well, but no, I meant, but yeah, when we synced up the Utah Jazz and the day of the pandemic was 113.
No, that was like the millionth time talking about the Utah Jazz and 113 by 2020. But
I understand, but I'm just talking about specifically that with the pandemic. I just remember that very clearly. I mean,
sure, because coronavirus pandemic equals 113, like the National Basketball Association, like Utah Jazz, and then they blame it on the Frenchman Rudy Gobert when the Jesuits are from France, and all this shit's Jesuit ritual.
Yeah, I'm not saying you never said 113 with the NBA before that. That's just one of my clear examples I try to show people.
Okay. But that's not really a good response when we've been talking about 113 since, like, literally since 20.
Oh, for sure, bro. I remember it's a deceptive number. I learned that a long time ago.
The question. We haven't just been talking about it for 3 years. We've been talking for almost a decade now.
For sure. No, my apologies on that.
Okay.
But yeah, my strongest message, I'll get off here, let another caller get in. To anybody out there that just has too many questions, watch more videos. You can look up Zachary K. Hubbard on YouTube and find some old channels with some videos from back in 2016 and 2017. And you can see what he was doing back then when I was first learning. There's a reason that I'm still here, you know?
Here, and let's make this point too, Rich. I don't know. I think you're on the same page as me. You guys, I'm not here to call sports games. Also, if you don't know that, I never got into this work to call fucking sports games. I got into this work to wake people the fuck up to who's ruling over society and manipulating us and leading us to the edge of a fucking cliff. And that's why I was saying back in 2015, if we don't wake up by 2020, we're probably going to be fucked, which I was exactly right about, because I knew bad shit was coming in 2020, 19 years after 9/11 and the 19 hijackers, only for it to be COVID-19. But again, the real reason I do this work is to wake people the fuck up, so that we can overthrow the tyranny that rules over us. And hopefully, so dumb fucking zombies will stop filing into these sports stadiums for these rigged fucking games. Instead of on Saturday and Sunday going to watch the rigged football game, instead we're gathering at the Capitol to overthrow our tyrant fucking governments that are taking away our rights and liberties. And for all of you guys who aren't down with that, you're the same fucking lemming minion morons they've procreated that like being ruled over and enslaved. That's my fucking mission, and that's also my beef and why I'm so fucking frustrated.
Yeah, Zach, I'm a Patreon member myself, and I don't pay the $5 to get sports picks. I pay to support. Let's be honest, most people know that we haven't always seen eye to eye, and we've been in arguments, but we're still here, and we're still fighting in our own ways. And I wish you had more Patreon people that weren't there just for a sports pick, that were just there to support. I pay the $5 and I watch a couple of your Patreon videos a month. I make my own bets and I really don't care because I bet like a couple bucks anyway. So like my $2 pays 50 if I win or lose, and I don't care about the $2. But I do listen to your stuff and try to make the best educational bets I can. But I'm not here for sports bets, and most people are, and that's a problem.
Yeah. There's not enough people that want to get free, so
that's why I show up to places like OKC and New York.
Here, I just got to make a point too. It's like so many people just want to be entertained all the time. You know, the last day in Los Angeles, we were out there live streaming for 10 hours that day. And in the first 9 hours of live streaming, there were about $50 in donations in the first 9 hours, about $50. But then in the last hour, we moved across the street to where the outside bars were with the TVs, where a lot of the sports fans were watching at the bar outside. And then we started going back and forth. And people liked the entertainment factor of me going back and forth with the people at the bar. And literally there were about $700 in donations in an hour, as opposed to $50 for the first 9 hours, which were, I mean, but the point I'm making is like people donated because they liked me fighting and arguing with the people at the bar. Which showed that they weren't really donating because I was out there, you know, waking up the people at the stadium. They donated because they liked the fight, the confrontation, the
they were entertained.
And I don't know, man. It's just like, it's Russell Crowe in The Gladiator. Are you not entertained? I mean, yeah, there's not enough people that actually care about the knowledge and the information and want to support for that. They just want to constantly be entertained, and that's the only thing they're going to spend their money on. And it's obvious that that's the way it is, because look at how much it costs for entertainment. It costs a ton to go to a concert. It costs a ton to go to a sports game. It doesn't cost jack shit to go to the library. The room full of knowledge is pretty much free. The rigged sports game, you got to give up your whole fucking week's salary if you want a decent seat and a hot dog. So,
yeah. The one thing I've learned is ritualistic people use numbers and dates, and they run our world. And that's why I stay here. That's why I fight back. And we just need more people to care, man. And it don't matter if you get a game right or wrong. I mean, it doesn't mean it's not rigged. We just didn't see the narrative that day, you know, and that's the message I try to give people who always got the same tired questions, man.
Yeah. Indeed. All right, Rich. Well, thanks for staying up late, man, and coming on.
Absolutely. Appreciate you letting me get my voice out there.
All right. Yeah, no problem, Rich. You have a good night.
You too.
By the way, guys, like Rich, if you don't know the history of me and Rich, you know, Rich drives me nuts a lot, but he's loyal and he cares about the work. And the thing about Rich, you guys, is he's got no kidneys. He's on a dialysis machine. That guy came out to Oklahoma City. He came out to New York City. He's carrying around a dialysis machine across the nation to pound pavement. And then you got other people who are like making excuses why they can't come out. Again, that's the most depressing thing to me, is that we're a decade into this. And of course, the censorship has really fucked up the movement. But for people who don't know, like back in 2016, 2017, there'd have been 10,000 people in this live stream right now. But yeah, there should be way more people behind what we're doing, you know? Instead, you got all these little Effeminate losers. I don't like Zach because he's so mean. I'm not mean, you guys. I rant and I do talk shit, but I'm also standing up for our humanity. And all of you guys who come and go against me, you're these little fucking minion losers that the Illuminati wants. They want little fucking jerk-off losers like you who hate on the truth, who march to their drum. All of you guys who are against me, you're down with the Illuminati. Know that about yourselves. All right, here's Eric Cartman, who might be a troll. Eric Cartman. Nobody respects your authority. What's up?
Fuck you, bitch. Didn't you say LeBron was going to be 6-6? Didn't you say that?
Can he still get to 6-6?
No, he can't.
How come he can't get to 6-6?
Wait. Watch your fucking mouth when you talking to me, all right?
How come he can't get to 6-6?
Don't get hyped. Don't get hyped.
Shut the fuck up, sorry ass bitch. Hey, by the way, like I said, with huge odds, in LeBron's 17th season, he'll win the Lakers their 17th championship. That paid over 20-1 when we had it nailed. So let's just do the logic, because I did think that he was going to three-peat from there. So let's do the logic. And once the chain was broken the next year, I knew the next year it was off, so we didn't get fooled by that. But let's just say you bet $100 when I said you would have won $2,000, right? You would have won $2,000. Now let's say you won your $2,000, so you had $100. Now you have $2,100, right? Because you won $2,000, you got your other $100 back, so $100 became $2,100. So now in the next year, you bet $100 because now you think LeBron's three-peating, so he's going to win this year. You lose. Okay, you lost. You lost your $100. So you started with 100. It turned into plus 2,000, so 2,100. You gave back 100, so now you got 2,000. You're mad at me? Shut the fuck up, sorry-ass motherfucker who can't do math and is a fucking illiterate piece of shit. God, my trolls are fucking jokes. You guys are so fucking stupid. You need to learn your fucking place. Go back to watching cartoons, fucking losers. God. I get so tired of listening to these fucking morons complain about that shit. Huge payout. Not to mention, like, hey, if you'd been going with my first future I put out, Mets with 40-1 odds to be in the 111th World Series. Okay, you're playing with a lot of house money thanks to listening to me. Nailed, how many Warriors-Cavs finals did we nail from the start of the season? Playing with a lot more house money. How many Super Bowls we nail? How many okay, after the Mets year, what did I guarantee in spring training the next year? That the Cubs would win the World Series? Yep. Did that happen? Yep. 113th World Series. We got the article written about it. How the Astros would beat the Dodgers. Yeah. 114th World Series. Remind me how the 114th World Series went. Do you remember that one? Do you remember? I said why Boston would beat LA in Game 5, 4-1, as Brady would win the Super Bowl at age 41 that year. Boston over LA, and how Game 5 of the World Series was 99 days before the Super Bowl in the 99th NFL season. Again, helped a dentist win $300,000 off putting those together. 115th World Series. Oh, that's right. We helped a guy turn a $5 bill into a several $1,000s off a parlay, because before the playoffs started, we said why the Nationals would beat the Astros in the World Series. And then once the playoffs got started, we noticed how the day Game 7 was 138 days after Trump's birthday, and Dave Martinez, Nationals, and Donald Trump all equal 138. When Trump took office, he hired the Nationals announcer, Steve Ray. Trump took office with the 115th Congress, and then the Nationals won the 115th World Series. Another nice hit. Hey, who did I say in spring training would win the 116th World Series? Oh, that's right. I said the Dodgers would, didn't I? Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, Dodgers won the World Series. What did I say for the 117th World Series? I said it would be the Dodgers or the Braves, right? Braves were the better payout. They paid 20-1. They won. Oh, more house money. 118th World Series. That was last year. 118th World Series. Remind me. What two teams did we like in the National League last year? We said it'd be one of two teams in the National League to be in the World Series. We said it'd be the Dodgers or the Phillies. Phillies paid 20-1 to be there. Man, we got a lot of house money. You guys, we haven't even talked about college. We haven't even talked about how I called both Triple Crowns before they happened. We haven't talked about all the horse races we've hit. Again, there's a lot of big hits over the years. So when I got guys coming at me like, oh, what happened to LeBron three-peat? I'm just like, shut the fuck up, sorry-ass motherfucker. What happened to your world of sports? Oh, I ruined it for you, didn't I? Because I showed you how rigged it was. And really, that's a blessing. All right, let's try Larry. Is Larry a troll? Larry, are you getting commanders from troll headquarters for what to say? The same trolls, they got the same tactics. Dinosaur brain, 30 seconds to respond. What is it, Larry? Okay, adios, Larry. Time's up. Isaiah.
Yo,
Yo.
what's the deal, Zach?
You know, another
Chilling,
day in
yo.
paradise. What's up?
Yeah. I'm not a critic or nothing, bro. I'm not here to downplay your work, but bro, I'm telling you, bro. Ever since I started listening to you in like 2020, 2019, bro, you changed my life, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but I was already woke before though. Like, I was already woke. Like, I try to tell my sister like about this shit, bro. Like, she don't even like try to listen to me, bro. Like, it's fucked up. But I
That's like
already
my
know
sister.
that.
My sister won't listen either.
Yeah, bro, like it's fucked up because
That's why they want to turn all the men into women. No offense to the good women out there, but again, women are a lot less likely to be awake than men are, and it's a small percentage of men and it's even smaller percentage of women. But so many of the men, most men today don't even classify as men. They're a lot more like women. All of this is by design. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah, bro. But yeah, I was saying, like I'm already woke, bro. But I was saying, like with this Gematria shit, bro. I'm from KC, bro. So I just heard about that KC shooting, and I commented on one of your videos about the shit, and bro, that shit, this shit is wild, bro. Like I did the numbers and everything myself, even down to the address, bro. It's like this is wild, dude.
Yeah,
It
and
all
again,
has the
KC, just to bring up Len Dawson dies on Kobe Bryant Day. Kobe from Philly. Then the Super Bowl's Kansas City, Philly. And again, Len Dawson died exactly 172 days before the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs won 72. And for all you guys who asked for stuff, I gave that one to you guys for free last year. I showed that to you last year. Okay, so
yeah, that shit is crazy, bro. And then like even like the day that it happened and to the last day of this year today, it's 32 2 weeks, bro. Just like Kansas City is 32. Even Climax is 23, but that's the reverse of 32, so that could count, I guess. But,
yeah, indeed. Well,
yeah,
hey,
bro.
thanks for being a young mind out there, and thanks for listening to the work and trying to spread it. And
Yeah, I'm trying to, bro. I'm trying.
all right. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, Isaiah.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay,
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, man. A lot of these people, they haven't been around from when you first got started. Uh,
But you know what? No, but I agree with what you're saying. But at the same time, what I'm showing, even on the free channel, this shit's undeniable every day. All the people who come here and hate on this, they're fucking dumb. That's all I got to say.
yeah, but I'm gonna tell you a real vivid example of when the powers that be were putting it in our face, and you called it. When you called the Astros championship, I don't know if it was the first one that they won.
It was the 113th World Series. It was after Harvey. Because again, for people who weren't here, what gave it away is the first pitcher to pitch in Houston after the flooding of Harvey was Matt Harvey. And here in this article, they quote exactly what I said and they make fun of it. They say, here, the video comes courtesy of a guy named Zachary K. Hubbard. Again, Vice News wrote this about me back in 2017. And he is convinced that everything is rigged, which is bullshit. I don't say everything's rigged. I say what's on TV is rigged. News, politics, the weather, sports, everything. Getting down to the brass tacks, Hubbard posts that the Astros World Series victory was foretold by Matt Harvey's start in Houston, which just so happened to be the first start after the Houston area was devastated by Hurricane Harvey. That start, coincidentally, was 52 days before the start of the World Series. Hold on to your butts because we've only just scratched the surface. So then he goes on and quotes me and he says, the reason that matters is because the word flood in Gematria equals 52. Houston flooded on a date with 52 numerology on August 27th, which was the 239th day of the year, which is the 52nd prime number. It was also the 27. It was also 27 years to the day of the death of Stevie Ray Vaughan, who was remembered for the album Texas Flood. Now, for people who don't know, what year was it where I circled all the 52 dates that would happen in hurricane season, and on every single one of those dates, a hurricane made landfall in the U.S. Every single fucking date we circled before hurricane season started, a hurricane made landfall. And again, for people who don't understand it, the first act of weather warfare is admitted to on August 15th, 1952. Hurricane equals 52, like flood, like earth, like Pope,
Right.
like the 52-week calendar named after the Pope. But these motherfuckers are in control of the weather. That's not bullshit. That's not conspiracy theory. That's a fucking fact. These people are manipulating the fucking weather, and they're syncing it up with sports rituals. That's why the Saints Super Bowl is perfectly synced with Katrina. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey Zach, but check this out though. I'm gonna test your memory real quick though, because I'm gonna tell you when this happened right here. This was some real scary shit, right?
I'm listening.
Now you remember when that dump truck ran into that doggone interstate sign? Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
And you synced it up. I forgot exactly how you synced it up with the numbers.
Because he's from here. I'll tell you what happened. He's from Highland Park. He's from Highland Park, New Jersey. And that day, right after he got ran over, the dude who's from Highland Park, Dallas, the super wealthy neighborhood, he won the waste management golf tournament. And that was the waste management golf tournament was the day of Super Bowl 56. And Matt Stafford won, who also went to Highland Park. And then Clayton Kershaw got the win, who also went to Highland Park. But then remember, 56 days after Super Bowl 56, Scheffler also won the Masters. And again, it was all those Highland Park guys. And then Dwayne Haskins, who's from Highland Park, is getting run over by the dump truck because he's winning the waste management tour. I mean,
right. But check this out.
Just talking about this makes me mad that people are sitting here. I'm exposed now. These dudes are getting fucking murdered, you guys. And you guys are sitting here talking shit to me. Essentially, what you guys all become is you become accomplices and part of this network, this murderous cabal. Understand that, all my critics. You're all part of this murderous fucking cabal that's claimed a lot of lives, from Jim Brown to Dwayne Haskins and so many more. Go ahead.
Hey, but now we're actually talking about two separate incidents. Now you called that one, but I'm talking about the dump truck in Houston area, where the back of it crashed into an interstate sign. You remember when the guy left? He left like the bed of his dump truck up, and this was like around the time when they interviewed that old lady about the Astros, asking who her favorite team or something like that was.
Yeah. That was another thing for the Astros World Series. Fox News interviewed a woman in Houston and said, "Hey, you're the only home that didn't get flooded on the block. How do you feel?" And she goes like this: "I feel like I won the World Series."
There you go. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people don't remember shit like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I gotta be honest. I can't remember the dump truck in Houston thing. I forgot that. So you win.
Hey, but look it up, because you think the number of the interstate sign or the date, the particular date, but it lined up with the Astros winning though. But it happened in the Houston area, and some guy that I guess he worked for a dump truck company or something like that, but he left his bed up on his dump truck, and it literally like ran into like one of the interstate signs, and you synced it up with the
Hold on. Maybe this did happen, but here's the story that you're reminding me of. This is part of how I called Super Bowl 50. There was a guy supposedly driving on the interstate in California, and somehow he got in a single car accident. This was the official news story. Supposedly he got in a single car accident. He didn't fly out his front windshield. They said he flew out his back window. So imagine, how do you like fly through your, how does that even happen? You crash through your seat, you fly out your back window, and they said the dude landed on the interstate overpass sign. So they had to shut the freeway down.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. and he landed on Colorado Street, and it was in California, and it was all synced up with the Super Bowl. And I was like, oh, there's another sign. Colorado is going to be playing in Super Bowl 50 in San Francisco.
Right. But see, when this stuff was going on right here, Zach, this is when I feel like the people that are in control of everything, they were real sloppy. But when they posted that article on you, that's when they zoomed in on you. And just like the other caller said, I truly believe that they're flipping scripts now. They're zooming in on what you're doing. They've been zooming in on what you're doing for the past couple of years. Because when a couple of years ago you was red hot. I mean, you're still hot right now, but I'm talking about when you had like
I
100,000.
used to hit a lot higher percentage. I said it earlier in the stream. I mean, I don't hit as high of a percentage as I used to. I mean, we're still proving it's rigged, but it's not as easy to call the games. And yeah, maybe they are flipping scripts.
So back then, you know, like I say, these people don't know. They don't remember these stories, and I mean, how they were literally showing this shit on the news, and you know, and how you were lining stuff up, you know. So, but your old school viewers, they remember, like, you were calling rappers deaths and all types of stuff, you know. So,
Indeed.
yeah. But check that story out though. The one about the dump truck driver in the Houston area when he crashed into the sign, because you actually talked about it on one of your videos, and you aligned it up with the World Series too.
I gotta go back and look. Oh shit, here it is right here. Here it is. 2017, Houston truck destroys freeway sign to Beaumont.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You align that shit up with what was going on. And that's what I was saying. Like, back then things were a lot more apparent. You know what I mean? And I believe that they kind of cleaned up and that goes to show you that there are sleeper cell agents walking amongst us, you know, working with us, that are down with the plan too. You know, it's got to be for these guys to do something like that. They got plants everywhere, you know.
Yeah. Here's another homework assignment. If you guys have not seen the show Utopia, there's a British version and then there's a remake by Amazon. Watch both of those versions. That show's fucked up. Amazon remade it in 2020. It's about billionaires faking a pandemic to mass vaccinate the world so that they can kill off humanity to save us from climate change. And then part of the plot is that these billionaires are raising little kids to use in propaganda. They're raising some of them to be mass shooters. It's a fucked up show, but at the same time, when I watch it, I'm like, I think this is what they're actually doing.
Hey, one more thing, Zach. Hey, you remember when I guess it was the Sandy Hook shooting, and they had like Sandy Hook on the Batman movie was circled, or it was on the map of
yeah. South Hinckley. They changed South Hinckley to Sandy Hook.
Yeah, and coincidentally, the guy that was supposed to have saved the kids, he had they drew like an owl. He said that the kids were in there and they drew like an owl.
Right, that was Anderson Cooper. Yeah.
I'm like, man, people don't see this shit. They can't see through this.
They're blind to the symbols, man.
Like, man, you know. But
don't know that. Look it up. It's all facts. Remember the year of the Batman Aurora shooting? The Batman premiere, you had the shooting in Aurora, and then later that year you had the Sandy Hook shooting. That year, for that Batman movie, they put out a toy map, and the Batman Gotham City neighborhood, it had always been called South Hinckley. Hinckley, by the way, is the Reagan assassin. But they changed the name for the first time ever from South Hinckley to Sandy Hook, and then you end up getting a Sandy Hook. I mean, and again, it's in Connecticut. For people who don't know, in the Batman history, they say Batman's grandfather founded Skull and Bones in Connecticut. Then you got the Sandy Hook shooting in Connecticut that year. So, and it was right after Hurricane Sandy, and like I said, weather control, all this shit. So,
yeah, see that's what I'm saying, man. They've been dumb ever since the so-called truth community was like really hot on the scene. They've been dumbing us down periodically.
Speaking of the truth, where did everybody go? It's like in 2013, there were so many good YouTube channels like speaking out and putting out content. And it's like everybody just quit because of the censorship, which was the mistake. Everybody should have stayed right here and kept coming back like I did, be on channel 20, whatever you got to be on. But yeah, I mean, it makes me sad that everybody shut the fuck up when we all should have been speaking out more than ever. So people need to come back.
But that, you know, that goes to show you, man, that it's strength in numbers. So, and that's negative or positive. So if it's intelligent, truth seeking people and they got the greater numbers, then you know that's what you're gonna have. But if you got, like you said, dumbed down people, more dumbed down people, then you're gonna have more dumbed down information, and you know
Indeed.
what's going on. But that's all I got to say, man.
411 says in the chat, she said they're not here because they got shut down. Yeah, guess who's been shut down 20 some times? Yours truly. You got to keep coming back.
Yeah.
So,
and that's when they really started shutting you down, man. After that Astros championship, yeah, they went after you
shut me
hard.
down. I got shut down for the first time ever on June 28th, 2017, and by July 10th, 2017, I was on my 8th channel because I couldn't even keep a channel up for a day. They just deleted it outright. But for people who don't know, another big prediction I had that was dead on is I predicted the Route 91 Harvest Festival shooting 6 months before it happened. I said we'd have the biggest false flag since 9/11 in the U.S., and boom, what do you know? Right from when I called it to happen, exactly when it happened. Because I said it'd all be synced up with Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is about atonement for your sins. And then you got the Sin City shooting for Yom Kippur, as I called. I think that's the real reason they deleted me, because I had like 100 videos on my channel about why that was going to happen that year. And I think they had to scrub all that down before it did happen.
And Zach, you notice they don't even talk about that incident, and you don't even hear about that incident anymore. You know, it was so sloppily done. I mean, you know.
Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, caller. Well, I appreciate it, Jay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem, man. You too.
Yeah, have a good night. All right, we got Bill. Bill.
Hello, Zach. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to make a quick little observation, if that was all right, about the NBA Finals.
Yeah, go ahead.
So remember you were talking about the Batman versus the Joker narrative?
Yeah.
So I found out that I don't know, I had a strong feeling about that narrative. So like a few minutes ago, I actually wanted to see if there was a connection between the Miami Heat and Batman. So apparently, for a few months now, I want to say since like, I think there was an article online from December 3rd, 2022, and Jimmy Butler played the Celtics and he had 25 points, 15 rebounds or something, and they won in overtime. And afterwards, Kyle Lowry was quoted as saying, "That's why we call him Batman."
They call Jimmy Butler Batman?
Yeah, the Miami Heat. Apparently, the team calls him Batman. And then I think I found on Instagram, after they won one of the games against the Bucks on, I don't know the exact date, but it was 3 weeks ago. So it was this playoffs. Miami Heat, the official account, posted on Instagram a picture of Jimmy Butler. And the caption was just, "That's Batman." And that's it.
I see this story too about playoff Jimmy Butler is Batman. Yeah, that's what I talked about in the beginning of April, because Donald Trump calls himself Batman, and he was in the courtroom right after they filmed the latest Joker movie there. And again, it is all synced up. It's dead on. So
yeah, you said multiple times that they scripted championships around Trump. So
and I've been proving it because we've been calling those championships before they happen.
Yeah, you sure have. No question about that.
Yeah,
Only
that's why the new people here who like hear me say that, like, "Oh, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard." It's because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, so
yeah, exactly, and it kind of makes more sense for it to be Jimmy Butler as Batman and the Joker, you know, Jokic as the Joker in the finals, because those are the two best players at each team.
Yeah.
Instead of Grant Williams, I mean, like.
Yeah, he's the guy whose actual nickname is Batman, but I didn't realize that they called Jimmy Butler Batman, so that makes a lot of sense now.
I didn't either, and that was pretty much all I wanted to say. I just thought that in the end, you ended up being right about it anyway, even though you didn't know yet.
Well, we've done really well with Miami in the playoffs. We thought they were going to upset Milwaukee in the first round. We liked them in the last round, so they've been good for us. I wish I would have known that Jimmy Butler was called Batman. Shit.
Yeah,
Now,
me too.
we've been pointing out how they won on the Pope's birthday too with 111, the NBA Finals number. So
Yeah, the Heat are just making a lot of people money right now. If you're able to have this knowledge.
yeah, it's too bad I didn't know that he was called. I did not know that Jimmy Butler's nickname was Batman because we were looking for this Batman Joker narrative with Jokic.
Yeah, I
But
know.
yeah, but always, you guys pay attention to what happens on the Pope's birthday. Heat won with 111 that day. We've been looking at this and going, God, could they put an 8 seed in? Could they do it? That's the NBA Finals number. Last year, the finals was set on the Pope's birthday. Last year, it was way more obvious. See, they couldn't do it as obvious this year because they know we're fucking onto them, but they did drop the clue with the Heat. So
Yeah. I mean, this must be considered like a massive ritual because it's been a long time since the 8 seed's been in the finals, like 1999 or something. Like
I
that's
don't
like
think an 8
25
seed's
years
ever
ago.
been in the finals. They've made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think an 8 seed's ever made it to the finals, though.
Oh, really? Well, wow. This is
See, the only other 8 seed to make it to the conference finals was the Knicks, who the Heat just beat.
right. Wow. Well, that does make a lot of sense then. Well, just in case anybody thought Boston had a prayer coming back, I feel like we've kind of like extinguished that fire then.
Yeah, it would. Somebody said tonight they I didn't see it myself. If somebody can go back and verify that it's true, somebody said they advertised tonight that the NBA Finals will begin this coming Thursday, and they're supposed to start June 1st. So I don't know if that somebody said they saw that on the screen tonight, but I didn't see it myself. It was just something I heard. But
Yeah. Well, if that series ends tomorrow or later tonight, then it's going to be a pretty big
hiatus until June 1st. That's a long time off.
But that gives us that. I mean, that gives you a lot of time to decode it. And luckily, I'm a Patreon member, so I'll be there for it.
I think somebody said that. I gotta check. Somebody said something about how I'll do the homework, but there's something about 35 and Pat Riley, and anyway, I'll look into it more. So.
All right. Well, thanks for all you do, Zach. I really appreciate it. You've enlightened me.
Good find. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good one.
Yeah, that's a good find. Oh, hold on. Shout out Gematria. What's up?
What up? What up?
How you doing, man?
Let me turn it up here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, what's going on? I called in. I'm the dude with my brother played football with Shaq Barrett.
Okay. Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah. So hopefully some of the listeners remember me as well. I'm just coming on to show support, man. A couple callers ago, the guy was like, "Can LeBron still get to 6-6?" You're like, yeah, he can. He's like, no, he can't. Like, I'm on some edibles right now. I'm kind of fucked up a little bit, but I like when you go live, man. These are my hours. I work weird hours, so these are my hours right now, man. These are when I can come on lives. I'll jump on when I can, But
sure, I'm not normally up at this time anymore, but
I know that's why I try to jump on when I can.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want to show love, man. Everybody out there, peace, love, and positivity. Everybody.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Couple things I guess I can touch on real quick. Well, gosh, I don't even know where to start, but I got some things I wrote down on my phone real quickly here. Yeah, the last caller, he said something like there's plants everywhere, like people that are down with the agenda and with the plan. And that's obvious. I mean, police officers in most big cities are with it. Judges, lawyers, things like that, So wanted to touch on that real quick. Last caller, maybe the caller before. That's definitely another thing that I kind of want to touch on is Newsbreak. I'm sure a lot of people have the Newsbreak app on their phone or whatever, but I always see, man with warrant out of Texas or Florida or California arrested in Nebraska on warrant or, anywhere for that matter. It's like, how the hell are they catching these people? And it's like, oh, he was only on the run for a day or two. How the fuck are they catching these people after a day or two on the run? Is there facial recognition technology out and about right now that we're not aware of?
There is.
And yes, and Japan and stuff like that, there already is, so why wouldn't it be like that here?
Don't you remember the New Year's photo they showed in the media 3 or 4 years back? How it was zoomed out on the whole crowd, like you can see a million people in Times Square in New
Oh, yeah.
York. But then they showed how the technology was new because you could zoom in and make out everybody's face really clearly, even though it's a picture of the whole crowd, but it can zoom in and
Right.
capture the details of people's face. So it could make out you and I, even though it's shot from like way up on the top of a building.
Right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I believe that, you know, because I just see the articles and I say, well, he's only on the run for a day or two. How'd they catch him? You
It's
know?
a total police surveillance state, man.
Yeah,
Next thing's the digital dollar. They'll be tracking every last penny. Make sure you pay all your taxes.
exactly. Yep. And you won't be able to buy edibles like me no more. You know?
Move out to Washington. So.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't got a whole lot to share, but like I said, I want to put support on. Is there anybody else in the panel here?
The Mark guy's back.
Oh, okay. Well, that's on you. He's pretty cool though. I like hearing him. Yeah, all right.
Here, maybe he'll do better with you on here. Let's bring him on there.
Maybe I'm thinking of the other wrong guy here.
Here, let's see how cool he is.
I appreciate you for shouting me out, bro. I ain't even trying to sit here and just argue for no reason. I'm really just trying to talk, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, is this one of the trolls or whatever? What do you got to say? What do you got to say?
I don't have anything to say. I'm really just trying to understand. I believe everything Zach's saying. Like the world's rigged. Everything is rigged, bro. I understand this, but I'm trying to understand how it's being identified through Gematria. I'm really trying to understand, like, what does each cipher mean?
Do you recognize numbers?
What do the 32 ciphers mean? You get what I'm saying? There's 32 different, 31, 32 different ciphers.
Listen,
32 ciphers,
bro. If you have a third grade understanding of mathematics, you should be fine. There's patterns and numbers. When it talks about death,
yes, this number equals that.
Listen.
I understand. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, if they're talking about murder, there's the same numbers that pop up in murders and sacrifices. It's patterns, bro.
Yes.
Hey, fuck 32 ciphers. Fuck.
I never said it. It's not true.
You know, fuck 32 ciphers, bro. If you can understand patterns, that's what it is. You keep calling in here with stupid questions, you're gonna get stupid answers. You know what I mean? Fuck. It's patterns. If you watch a video, go watch one of Zach's videos and then watch another one. I guarantee the same fucking numbers pop up. Okay, you want to put it to the test? Go watch a third one.
Here, let's just ask him a real simple question. When I keep showing how the NBA scripts 1-1-3 into all these highly symbolic games, and here's the Denver Nuggets advancing their first finals with 113 points, that tells you what?
It's
I never
scripted.
Okay, see, he's not cool at all. He's a fucking retard.
Yeah, I thought it was the other guy, maybe the older guy that was on earlier. But yeah, no, get him out of here. He's not even worth the energy, man.
Exactly. Just a fucking loser.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Someone in the chat tell me to calm down. For what, man? For what? How much more patience you want me to have, dog? Come on.
Exactly, man.
Here,
banned. You're banned. I don't even want to see your stupid ass in the chat again. Get the fuck out of here.
Literally, dude. Fucking pussies, man. The estrogen, like you said earlier. Someone said earlier.
Yeah, listen to him. Listen to him. It's like, I totally believe that. but I don't see what the Gematria point is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Suck on a shotgun, you fucking loser. See, my trolls hate that I tell these people to commit suicide too, but I fucking mean it, and I don't feel bad about it. There's way too many fucking losers in this world. Suck on a fucking shotgun.
Yep.
Fuck out of here, moron.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't tolerate that stuff, man. I have no tolerance, you know. My dad was pretty strict too, you know. I mean, he might not be the wokest individual, but you know, I've tried to help him. He's got a lot woker through the years, but he was always strict, man. No bullshit, no games. You can't lie to that man. He'll sniff out your lies. You know, you might as well just come out, tell the truth, tell it like it is. If you made a mistake, you know, own up to it. You know, it's how it is, man. That them old school ethics ain't here no more. People ain't raised like that. People's parents don't give a fuck about them no more. You know, everyone's learning from a computer and the bullshit schools.
Part of the problem is nobody can spank their kids anymore, too.
I got my ass whooped.
Without a spanking.
I got my ass
almost fucking make up for it.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't. It only took about one or two of them whoopings, and I didn't. You know, I got the picture after that. You know.
Exactly. My dad used to always do this with his belt. You know, I got hit one time with the belt when I was a kid, and I didn't fuck around anymore. I said, okay, I don't want any more of that belt.
Exactly. Yeah. What are the other guys in the chat saying?
Don't even look at the chat. It'll ruin your high.
It's hard to ruin this high, man. These are some good fucking edibles.
Right need some of those.
Yeah, dude, for sure. But yeah, man, they were going back to that surveillance stuff. Didn't they say that in one of the rap songs? I forget if it was might be Police State. If anybody's out there listening, go to type in Police State by Dead Prez. I think that's the song.
Oh yeah. Just listen to that whole album. Or
Yeah.
listen to Goody Mob Cell Therapy. That's another good.
Yeah, with CeeLo Green, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah. People got to wake up, man. People got to wake up. Yeah.
They do. They do.
Yeah. And here's also one more bone I got to pick with people. Okay, all these people are coming out saying Zach said Lakers to the finals or win the finals or whatever the fuck they claim you said. Let's just hypothetically say, okay, Zach said A, B, and C. Well, guess what? If A and B happens, but C doesn't, they're only going to talk about C that didn't happen. They won't give you credit for A and B. You know, they're just come on
exactly
here.
How the trolls are. But also, I never did say that the Lakers.
I
were
know.
the team.
Yeah, you did not. You did not. You did not say that. You did not say that. I know you didn't say that. But yeah. And honestly, what I think they do, people are always talking about, oh, I think they flipped the script this. I think they flipped the script that. I don't think they flipped nothing. I really don't. It's either two options. They got it double coded and they can go left or they can go right with their double coding, or it's a bunch of fucking what's in a room and they're sitting there and they're playing, tug with their light sword, if you know what I mean, with each other. And, and they're saying, well, you know what? We're gonna do this ritual or that ritual, and that's whatever number it lands on. That's how many points this team scores the first quarter. That's how many they score the first quarter. And then they do another.
My shorts video on Gematria Effect Sports. I uploaded a little clip of what I was saying at the beginning of April with the Trump trial and all that. And part of the reason I think it was supposed to be Denver. I got to be perfect. Yeah. I think it was supposed to be Denver because that's what I talked about in April, because they had Denver close out the season like they'd fallen apart. They couldn't win a game anymore. They're losing every game. I said, I feel like this is the gimmick to get gamblers to think like, oh, Denver happens, might be the one seed, but they look like shit right now.
That happens almost every year, just like Tom Brady when he won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Well, probably about 3-4 years ago now, whatever it was.
Limping into the playoffs. Exactly.
Yeah, into the playoffs with their whole team's getting injured. They're down to their last fucking man. Right. And then they playoff start, and they every first half they're up by 30 in the end of the first half every time.
Right. And this team that they gave Denver's a powerhouse team. I mean, they're huge. They can ball. I mean, they got all kinds of top picks. I mean, look at their team. Yeah. It's like a whole bunch of lottery picks.
Yep. And former people that didn't live up to the hype, but now they are living up to the hype.
They're balling out. Exactly. Yep. And that's why guys don't live up to the hype in the NBA, because they're scripted. That's the script. They didn't get to live, but now they get to play.
Yep. And now they put them on this one ritual with this one team, and then they all get to say, okay, now you can ball out a little bit, and here you go. Because some of them live partial normal lives too. Some of them probably don't live as much normal lives as other guys, but it is what it is. But yeah, they're trying to push the whole European player, the white basketball, white boxer, the great white hope, and then
that Reeves for the Lakers is the great white hope.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Even if his team goes down, he still had his moments there. He was balling for a minute, magnets and shit. But
Jokic is slow motion, man. I feel like
Luka Doncic and fucking Nikola Jokic, they look like the same guy out there sometimes, man.
Yeah, slow motion.
Yeah, slow, chunky,
Yeah.
Everything going in their favor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know where that Reeves guy came from for the Lakers, but I laugh when I watch him play, man.
Dude, he's whose fucking son is that? He's some son of some, high-ranking guy up there.
He's messing with his hair.
Yep, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber on the court. Hey, this guy over here on this other chat, not on the live chat, he said, I picked Nuggets. I actually did pick the Nuggets. You can go to Lobo's video. It's L0B0. You can go there and look in the comments of his video, or the second to last video he posted. You can find JR Smooth, me in the comments. I did say the Nuggets were going to win, and everybody in there were saying Lakers, Lakers, Lakers. I said no. LeBron's got a golden ritual with the Denver Golden Nuggets. That's why LeBron's playing in purple and gold in LA. He had all those games with the Golden State Warriors, and look what jersey he wore tonight. Gold, home jerseys, wearing a gold fucking jersey. He's got the rituals with the golden nuggets, the Golden State Warriors, and that's what they are. They're the golden Denver Golden Nuggets. That's what they are.
Right.
So,
That's what the Nuggets are named after. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And,
So,
and if you'll recall, their greatest player of all time died at age 93, right before Super Bowl 50, the golden anniversary, hosted by the 49ers on the 38th day of the year when gold equals 38, and the 38th state Colorado won that one. All right, shout out Gematria, man. I appreciate you. Good call on the Nuggets, man. Thank you.
yeah, brother. Hey, take care, man. Go live when you can. I'll jump on these hours if I got you, man.
I won't be up too much at this time, but
every time you are, you'll expect a little quick one from me, dog.
All right, appreciate it, man. Have a
all
good
right,
night.
later.
All right. Let's get everybody else in the chat here. What's up, JC? JC. Oh boy. How come all you guys have to wait? Like, what do you guys got? Like an earpiece in that's on delay? What should we say, Troll Boss? Troll Boss, what should we say? Waiting for intel from Troll Boss. I'm on the clock, Troll Boss. What should I say? Okay. What's up, Gematria Ant?
What's up, my man Zach? You can hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
What's up, man? I just wanted to address the one dude that kept calling in like, bro, do you not watch the videos? Have you not read the first book? Like, you clearly explained it in every video. The dark blue cipher reduction is the most important cipher. We have to take away all the ciphers and only use one. We use that one. We can see most of the ritual just with that one cipher alone. I don't know what the fuck he talking about with 32 different ciphers. We using the same 4 ciphers. I've been here since late 2019. Been using the same 4 ciphers all these years. So whatever he's talking about is bullshit. And that's what all the trolls do. Bullshit. Can't come up with a half fucking decent argument. That's what people just leave comments. I see this shit all the time, man. I see this shit all the time. People is fucking brain dead. I'm at work right now. I'm seeing everybody come in. And it's just an emotional ritual that kill it for me. You see people come in all depressed, sad because the Lakers lost. Like,
oh my God, you think they got it bad? You should have seen those Clippers fans coming out of the stadium. Oh my God, you would have thought they all got raped in there. But yeah, exactly. This is all about fucking with people's emotions.
And that's all it is. And for the trolls that always say, "Oh, call it before the game," or "Oh, this, that, and the third," it's just not sports. We call fucking presidencies, fucking shit that happens in politics, fucking natural disasters. The date that it happened, dates that it happened, we call that shit beforehand. This person that I know on Facebook, because I post your post on the blog, I just screenshot them and post them on my Facebook. I done known this person for a good little minute, and I want to say I saved her life, but I prevented something bad from really happening to her around Valentine's 2021. When that What You Gonna Do When the Grid comes out, and how they sync that shit up with Valentine's Day. And crazy thing,
didn't we call the power outage for that? I mean,
we called that, and she saw that on my Facebook, and I let her know. I don't know what city is gonna be in, but just be prepared. Got propane stoves, all that, and Lord knows she stayed right in the dead middle of Houston, Texas. And it's crazy. And I've been wanting to call you for a minute and actually tell you thank you for that, man, because she tells me all the time, like, if she never knew me and she never seen that post, she don't know what would have happened with her kids that day.
Yeah. Again, I mean, you guys, we've called so many things that are so important. And again, I was telling people to be prepared for what was coming that Valentine's Day. And there were people who were prepared. Blankets, water, emergency supplies, propane. Again, this knowledge, man, it's way bigger than sports. It's about seeing that there is a real cabal and they really are fucking with us and they really do have influence over our weather. I mean, they can make crazy shit happen. They made it freeze balls in Houston.
Just like that.
And it was all synced up with that Public Enemy album. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when the grid comes out? 142 days. I still remember that shit to this day, man. That shit is sick. And then you got these dumb motherfuckers that steady calling in talking about, well, I don't understand how Gematria syncs up with the Illuminati. What the fuck? We've been talking about the same fucking patterns, the same fucking numbers for 10 fucking years straight. What is it not to understand about that? Motherfucking wrote 2 books on this now, man.
Indeed.
And it's like I'm just as fed up as you, Zach. Like it's
yeah, it's like how many more people need to die? How many more obvious bullshit rituals do there need to be? And yeah, it's just like these people who come on here and hate on what we're trying to do. Like I said, they're on Team Illuminati. They're down with the agenda. It's sick, man.
It really is. But thanks for taking my call, man. I'll let some more people get in here, man. It's always big support over here, Zach, calling in from Chicago, man. The day you come out here, man, I'm gonna be out there most definitely.
You missed me. I was in Chicago. You missed me in Chicago. I was there. I'm coming back.
Yeah, when?
I was in Chicago on the way out to New York for 9/11. I was in
Chicago.
Go to GematriaEffectNews 24 before they delete the channel. I was out there in the park for like 6 hours. A ton of people came out.
Oh, man. Damn, man. It's all right. I'm going to come out to one of the events one of these days, for sure.
God, but you know what I was blown away by? You had to put $20 in the meter to park on the street at the park. I was like, how do people...
Yeah, man, they do bullshit downtown parking, man. That's why most people just take the train.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I have to put $20 in a street meter to park? I've never seen this in my life.
Yeah, all type of bullshit down there. But I'm going to let some more callers get in here, man. Thank you for everything, Zach. For real, man.
Go, you're welcome. Hey, thank you for coming on. You made my night. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Take care.
Right, you have a good night.
You too.
That's what I hate about all the censorship too, man. That's what annoys me because I'm always having to switch channels. I bet there's so many people that would have come out for like New York City and Chicago and all the other cities we hit just like him, but they didn't get the memo because I'm having to hop from this channel this week because this one's suspended. I got to hop to this channel and this channel. That's the other bullshit I got to deal with all the time. All the bullshit suspensions. All right. Free Max B. Oh, my God.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what up, Big Zach? Hey, man, first of all, I want to say, bro, you opened my eyes, bro. When did Kobe die?
January 26, 2020.
All right, cool. So when I seen that, I was like, what the fuck? How did he just die out of nowhere? And then you just came up on my YouTube, man. You broke everything down. Sorry, I'm at the gym, so I'm out of breath. But anyway, yeah, like I said,
at the gym in the middle of the night, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Gotta get right. But yeah, anyway, yeah, you explain everything on Kobe and shit. Just everything just adding up. I'm like, yo, like I was like, I want to say I'm like 50% on that. I knew like the shit was ready, like sports, because I play football, and I just see all the bullshit tackles, fucking, how they like be faking and all that shit. It makes no sense. So seeing your video that day, I was 100%. You saved me over my eyes and everything, bro. It's crazy. And your work is just amazing, bro. Like you said, it's not that hard to figure out what shit is, because like you say, you figured this shit out when you was like, how old you say? But no, 9/11, you seen that shit? Yeah, 9/11. Bro. Since and then when I seen your video, shit really opened my eyes. Almost broke down and cried because like this world is really fucked up. And that was in January. I just had my first son in August. So September, October, November, December, 5 months I had my son. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, if I knew this knowledge beforehand, I don't think I have any kids in this world, bro. This world is so fucked up.
Nah, it's good that you have a son, because now you're gonna raise him right, and the world needs good people. So yeah, it's good that you have a son.
Yes, sir. That's right. Big positivity. I like that. You're right. You're right.
I mean, it is sad that he has to grow up in this world, right? But that's why we're out here fighting for the truth, so it doesn't have to be as shitty. So
right. But the sad truth is, like, at the end of the day, we're gonna be on our own with this shit. Because like you said earlier, you don't see shit turning around. And I agree. Because I'm gonna say 90% of this world is blind. It's fucked up. They're really sucked into this world, believe this and that. Like you said a million times, we got presidents that's like fucking 80 years old. How the hell are we gonna trust a person that's 80 years old to run our nation? I mean, zero sense.
Look at the way they clown us, man. Out of all the people the Democratic Party could get to be the candidate, they got to put in this old senile fucker. That's just to mock us.
Right. Just like they say, they got puppets. That's one of their biggest puppets. Got them by the string.
Mm-hmm.
And what else want to say? What else you call it? Oh, you really had me locked in. We call that Prince death. You fucked me up with that one, Zach. I ain't gonna hold you. But when that shit happened, I wasn't surprised at all. You had all the work in the world, so it's not surprising at all.
Did you see what happened when we were in Hollywood talking about Prince's death on the anniversary of Prince's death?
Yeah, I was tapped in. Yeah, I was tapped in, bro. That's what I said. You fucked me up.
No, do you know that we were just in Hollywood on the anniversary of Prince's death talking about it, and the weirdest fucking thing happened? A white dove flew in and landed right above us.
Oh nah, I missed that one. How long it was?
It's on GematriaEffectNews 25, and just go back to I was in April. I was all over California, but one of the streams is in Hollywood, right across from the Jimmy Kimmel Masonic Theater. And if you go to that video, it's long, but at the 3 hour and 7 minute mark in that video, that's where the white dove just flies in where we're talking about Prince. It's the trippiest shit.
Whoa, that's crazy. Sheesh. Yeah, bro. I mean, I wish I called to you like early. You said 2014, man. I wish I was tapped in. That day I discovered you when Kobe died. I tried to look back in your shit. I was trying to figure out why. And then, future videos you explain why they weren't there because they deleted your shit. So I believe they're really onto you, but obviously they still don't give a fuck because, like I said, 90% of the world is still fucking under their little spell, you want to say. And
it is, man.
Crazy.
It was a spell. Spelling.
Yeah, man. And then like shit, yo, you had me thinking like I'm like, damn, I'm a fucking idiot, bro. I'm going to these football games. I'm putting money into this shit. I'm getting angry when my team loses. And then now I think about this shit was not worth it. This is what they want.
Well, at least you broke out of it, right? Your ego wasn't so big that you couldn't admit it. You saw it, and then you said, okay, I'm done with this.
That's a big step. I admitted it. Shit, fucking now. Now I'm just tapped in with you, learning everything. Trying to tell people this and that. But it's expected to be. They don't believe me. It is what it is. I know what I know, and they could still be, suffocated into this world. It is what it is. But other than that, Zach, I really appreciate you, bro.
All of my friends that abandoned me in 2013, they still can't come and admit I'm right. They're still hating. So
yeah, 10 years and they still not fucking with you. That's fucking crazy. Well, I let you know they really wasn't your friend, man.
Yeah, man. People's egos are huge. So
yeah. But shit, Zach, I want to appreciate you, bro, for opening my eyes, man. It's not a lot of people like you, bro. I want you to keep going.
Thank you for listening and taking the time to listen, and also just, say, all right, maybe I got to switch this up. And also, thank you for being a father because you're going to raise a good one.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, sir. You already know that.
All right, man.
All right, Zach, stay safe, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, have a good night. All right. He was free, and this guy's free. Free AB.
Time to get negative, boy. I'm on your head. Zach, you's a bitch on God. I ain't gonna lie. You is a narcissist, and you is soft. You can't take confrontation. You can't take confrontation, nigga.
Oh my God!
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Look at him. He about to just talk over me and try and kick me because you's a bitch.
Oh, okay. You didn't record. I thought you recorded.
Let's talk, then. Let's talk. Let's get negative. Let's get negative. Let's go, Zach. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's talk.
Hold on. What's your problem with me?
Boy, you's a fucking narcissist, my nigga. You just sat here and said.
So tell me the definition of narcissist. Tell me the definition of narcissist.
Give me a second. Let me look it up because I'm dumb, right? Yeah, I'm a fucking retard. Let me look it up. A person who has excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Earlier in the stream, you were like, you care about people. What the fuck does that mean, bro? You care about people, but you're calling niggas fucking retarded? If you're trying to get the message off, Zach, if you're really trying to get the message off, don't kick me off. Look.
Kicked off. Sorry. Yeah. Again, you're from that little soft fruity cake generation. It's called tough love. Okay. I got the message to wake up humanity. I figured out who runs the game and proved it. If you can't get behind that and help fight the evil that's ruling over this fucking world, including you and I, then you're part of the problem. Sorry ass motherfucker. So anyway. What's up, Rich? I got to get off here pretty soon, but you can have the closing word.
No, this should be quick. I mean, I'm actually trying to get on because of that last caller, because I do feel like, although he's a troll and he's being a smart ass to you maybe, but I do feel like he's trying to ask questions, and I wanted to show him a couple examples about the Gematria, and if you could pull the calculator up, that'd be appreciated.
He wasn't asking any questions. He was just talking shit.
Well, early, like about 15, 20 minutes ago when I came on the first time, he sounded, if he's legitimate or not, I don't know, but he sounded like he was trying to ask questions about how gematria is used or how it works.
Okay.
Look,
He was a troll too, Rich. What do you want me to write?
I get it, but maybe there's a small element that he's trying to see
No,
something.
he wasn't trying to do anything besides troll, Rich. What's the calculator? What do you want me?
Okay, now I know you don't follow fake wrestling, and I don't really either, and I've shown you this before, and you didn't know who he was. But a lot of people out here listening are going to know who MJF is. Can you type in MJF? And then go ahead and paste that where you can, collect it, because we'll put a different word in. MJF is like the new face of AEW wrestling. So he's like the Hulk Hogan, the face of the wrestling show. Okay. So the wrestling show is called AEW.
Okay. Exact match
and all 4 ciphers. Now, Zach has shown how witch and broom and judge and gavel are the same in all 4 ciphers. So
by the way, did you know that the judge in charge of the Brian Koberger University of Moscow, Idaho, did you know the judge's name is John Judge?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. Anyway, go ahead with this.
What I'm getting at here is MJF. We talk about the who's. He's not shy at all on camera or on the show or on the mic of being a very prideful Jewish person. Okay. And what gematria is, obviously, is Jewish mysticism. So there's no accident that MJF, and he's from, Long Island, New York. We know what that area is full of, Brooklyn and all that. It's not an accident at all how he talks about being a proud Jewish person on camera. It's not an accident that his name equals AEW in all 4 base ciphers. And then if you'd like, you can show him the witch and broom and judge and gavel examples, which is proof that our English language was built originally through numbers, because witch and broom are old words, just like judge and gavel. So to me, that's always been evidence that our English language was built through numbers. And, that's just the evidence of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of examples. And it's just like tonight. It's just like they used all 4 values of sweep tonight in the Lakers getting swept. So.
Yeah. And look how Joker equals 23. And
Joker
of course,
equals 76 as well for all the 76 for their season.
Yeah, and then look how Jimmy Butler's dad wore number 23, and we're in the year 2023.
By the way, somebody in the comments that's always out there, Dap Daddy, he left a comment several times now. He's like, how come you keep saying Jimmy Butler's Jordan's son? I keep telling you I know Jimmy Butler's cousin, so he can't be Jordan's son. It's like, dude, you know Jimmy Butler's cousin, so he's not Jordan's son? I mean, I give a fuck, dude. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. God.
Yeah. When you keep things secret for your whole life, you can hide that stuff well and sell it. You don't. When you look at Jimmy Butler's picture side by side with Jordan, there's one on the internet. I mean, their eyes really do look the same. I mean,
he has his tongue hanging out too. It's like total mockery. I mean, it's if it's not his son, they're related. So
absolutely, man. But I don't want to keep you on all night. I wanted to come back to try to. Maybe if that guy learned one thing, maybe he just learned something. I don't know. I'm trying is all I'm doing, man. So.
All right. Appreciate it, Rich. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
All right. One more. International psychic medium. Is this going to be a troll to close us out?
Hello.
Maybe not. Hello.
Hi, Zach. How are you? It's Leslie from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, hey, you're a great caller. Okay, I'm glad you're not a troll.
That's right. I'm definitely not a troll. That's for sure. I've sent through money to you before because I love what you do. So please don't let anybody, ruin your motivation and your passion for what you do, because I just think you're brilliant, and I share you everywhere that I can go, or whoever I speak to, I share you around. So. But I'd love to learn from you, because I want to learn. I don't know how hard it is to teach, for people like me, but I'd love to learn from you. And I sent a message through, I don't know if you got it a few weeks ago through your website, and I just wanted to find out if you do courses or anything like that, because I would have a few people here in Australia that would be interested.
Okay. That would be great.
Because I mean, this time for me, it's nearly 6 p.m. on a Monday night. Sorry, Tuesday night here. So what time is it over there? Or what? So
It
it'd be a
is
Monday.
almost 1 in the morning right now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and I was listening to you on my way home, and I think it's just perfect timing. But over here, we are still isolated from everything that you guys are seeing over there. I'm trying to get the word out about your YouTubes and things like that, and people are talking about Trump and how good Trump is, and I say, oh really? And then I just sort of don't say too much, and then I kind of sneakingly send them a YouTube clip of one of your Trump videos and then floor them. So, and then they go, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And I said, yeah, well, maybe you should do your research a little bit more. But yeah, it's quite isolated here. They're up to something, you know, they're still doing the chemtrails. They're still doing a lot of silly things on TV, saying there's going to be another, you know, I pretty much don't even turn the TV on anymore, but saying there's going to be, someone said to me the other day, there's going to be another, you know, coronavirus hit here somewhere. And we've still got people wearing masks, walking around in the open air with a mask on. Pretty much the Asian culture are doing that. And I assume that that's because they come from a very conforming, you know, communist country. But I still feel we're in a lot of trouble here. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we are doing over here. I mean, a lot of common law groups, we're winning cases. There's a lot of doctors coming out now. There's a lot of naturopaths coming out now. Just everything is hitting the fan over here pretty much, but in a slow process. It's kind of like you've got the really, really awake people, then you've got the other extreme where the other people are really quite, you know, still sleepy. So
Sure.
but I'd love to learn it here. And I said to some of the people in the common law groups that I'm in, I said, you know, once, you know, if I was to learn this Gematria, we could actually predict what they're doing, you know, coming up in the future, hopefully. So, you know, I mean, I can't say that we'd all be 100% like you, but at least we'll give it a go. You know, I mean, I've tried to give it a go, but I'm hopeless. So, but if you do courses or something like that, it'd be really good to learn it. Or if you could maybe do a one-pager, you know, like a flyer, send it to me, and I could get it out to all the people
I'm
here.
putting together a really short thing on Trump right now because I'm hoping that people are going to get behind what I'm asking for to support the travel so that I can get out to these Trump rallies as we get towards election time and try and wake up the Trump supporters to how he's part of the globalists that he's
Yeah.
always speaking against. And
100%.
as soon as I'm done with that, I'll be sure to send you a copy.
Oh, that'd be perfect. And if you've got anything else on Australia as well, because I mean, I know we're completely behind the 8 ball here, considering how far ahead you guys are with your Gematria. But it'd be really good to know, you know, for us here, it's just it's quite scary, to be honest, you know. So even this afternoon, I left work half an hour drive away, and you know, there's a big, huge chemtrail in the sky. So I guess it's going to rain in 24 hours. You don't need to be psychic to work that one out.
Sure. Yeah, I'm going back to this older post. I remember this big terrorism ritual they had in Australia that was exactly 94 weeks from the last one like it. And here, you guys had big terrorism rituals that made our news January 20th, 2017 and November 9th, 2018.
Yes.
Exactly 94 weeks apart, and terror is 94, and they referred to it as a terrorist incident, which is also 94. And for the record, World Trade Center equals 94. And the World Trade Center's opened on the 94th day of the year, April 4th, 73. And think about the dates of this also, just with the November 9th is the other date that's a lot like September 11th. They're both the 11/9 dates. And then January 20th is the 201 date, just like how 2 towers became 0 before they became 1. So again, from the US to Australia, they're doing very similar things with the same number combinations that point back to the same Jesuit Roman Catholic Alliance, Roman Catholic Church 94, the Jesuit Order 201, Vatican 119. So
that's cool. Where can I find that? Could you send that to me, please?
If you just go to if you go to either of my websites, freetofindtruth.blogspot.com, freetofindtruth.blogspot.com is my old blog, and then my new website's GematriaEffectNews. If you just go to either of those and search Australia,
Okay.
You'll pull up all the stuff I've ever covered on Australia.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you. But do you do courses? Will you be considering that? Because I'm happy to pay for a monthly thing or weekly thing to you. I've paid you. I've sent money
What
before. You've been
specifically
very
would you
great.
want to learn?
Well, just, how do we decipher what they do here, or how do we pick up on what they actually do? I don't know. You're the expert. So
I should start
maybe
Gematria school again. I haven't done Gematria school for
I
like
think
3
you
years.
should. 100%. That'll look. The way I speak about it over here, I've got a lot of followers myself on different channels. When I stream live across StreamYard as well, but I do 8 platforms at the same time. So Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, as well as 5 Facebook groups, and 2 of them are actually 252,000 people, 142,000 people. So I stream live across 2 big massive groups as well. So I'm always talking about you. And do you know the guy Ramson from the Truth Codes?
Rambo,
Rambo from the Truth Codes.
of course.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's like you. It's like you two are the top level people that I always talk about. I just say, well, if you want to see the real numerology, go to you, and if you want it on steroids, go to Rambo. So
Rambo's really good at connecting the astrology. He needs help with his
yeah,
gematria, though. He misses a lot of
yeah,
things that he should have.
yeah.
But
Maybe it'd be brilliant to see you guys both in action.
you don't
To
know that
some.
I gave him his start. You don't know Rambo.
Oh,
Rambo was a longtime caller of TFR. He used to call in every Wednesday for about 6 years, but then
I did
recently
not know that.
he had a little hissy fit and he quit coming on the show. So
Fair enough. I didn't know that. I don't know
he's
this. I
part of
didn't
this
know.
emasculated society, unfortunately. But
Oh, that's
he does do good
unfortunate.
work. So, but I
Yeah,
got to call
we
spades spades. Yeah,
exactly.
he'd
I'm a
been
bit of
listening to the
that.
trolls too much. He let the trolls get all in his head, and then he had a couple tantrums on TFR, and then he hasn't called in anymore. So
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, well, it'd be good to yeah, if people could just put all their ego aside and just appreciate, and be grateful. When you're grateful for things, a lot more things come into your path, So grateful, and I don't like, you get trolls on everything, but I block them out. I actually, when I go live, I block out 10 countries. That's how that, because every psychic gets, the trolls on everything. So we even I've had my pages mirrored as well, my logo, myself, my photos, everything. People trying to take money for readings and whatever else. So I get it with the trolls, that's for sure. So, but you're
yeah.
doing a great job, and I really appreciate what you do. And so don't lose heart with all these rat bags out there, as we call them over here in Aussie. But you're doing an amazing job, and so I take my hat off to you. If I could shake your hand or give you a cuddle, I would.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. By the way, when I went to New York last year, Rambo came out too. Rambo lives in New York, but
Okay.
Rambo spoke on the street too with us. If you want to go back and watch that video, so you can see Rambo in
Ah,
action
cool.
on the streets of New York.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you guys are amazing. I wish we had someone like that over here, but anyway, we don't. So that's why I'm seeking and coming and over to you to see if you could help out with maybe a course, or if you've got something starting up, or if you want to consider something, I can round up a few people. That's for sure. Okay, so have a think about it for me, please.
I will. Well, I appreciate you reaching back out. It's good to hear from you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, and keep up the good work, and have a beautiful day tomorrow.
Okay, you too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye, lovey. See
Take
you.
care. By the way, just for one more, you guys, with regards to Trump and the Joker, again, in the beginning of April, we said that this looks like how it might all be synced up through Trump and Joker, because again, Donald Trump was in the courthouse where they just filmed the latest Joker scene. Notice, you guys, today, the sweep in 23. Notice how sweep Donald and Joker are all 23. And notice Trump's birthday is June 14th, the flag's birthday. And from the sweep on May 22nd to June 14th is 23 days later. And Trump's going to turn 77. This is the 77th pro basketball season, the 76th anniversary season. So the finals will be going on during Trump's, pay attention when they put out the schedule for the finals. If it could make sense that the finals get closed out on Trump's 77th birthday and the 77th pro basketball season, that's not out of the question. I know Game 7 is supposed to be June 18th, so maybe like Game 6 is June 15th then, huh? Maybe the day after his birthday. And if it's Miami versus If it's Miami versus Denver, it's going to be the 1 seed versus the 8 seed. President Trump equals 81. He's got his house down in Mar-a-Lago, Miami, Florida. Game 6 is supposed to be June. Have they already put out the final schedule? Here, let's verify that. Is it already out there? But yeah, again, for all the people that come around like, oh my God, now he's saying it's sync with Trump. It's like, now I'm saying I've been showing out. We've been calling sports futures off Trump for so long. All you little know-nothings need to learn to shut the fuck up and learn something. All right, finals, game 1, June 1st. Game 2, June 4th. Denver Nuggets 64. Game 3, June, is this right? Game 4, June 9th. I don't know if these dates are right. Game 5, June 12th. Okay, game 6, it's game 6 is June 15th. Game 7, June 18th. Game 6 would be June 15th. And if it's Denver, Miami, Denver's going to have home court. So that game would be in Denver. And again, the way they sync it all up, you guys, news, sports. I guarantee you if but Donald Trump's Batman, though. Donald Trump's Batman. He did the Joker ritual, but Donald Trump refers to himself as Batman. If you guys don't know these things, again, I got books about it. Donald Trump. Donald Trump tells boy he is Batman. I am Batman, Donald Trump says. So, anyway. News, sports, politics, it's all bullshit. It's all controlled by the Illuminati, and it's all rigged. And, oh, if you put a "the" in front of it. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't normally put a "the" in front of the teams, but maybe we need to start doing that. Interesting. The Denver Nuggets, 77. And you said in reverse, it's 76? You know, I'm not used to putting "thes" in front of teams, but shit. That's hard to deny, man. 76th anniversary season, 77th pro basketball season. Good one. Donald Trump, 76 years old, going on 77. Good one. Yeah, game 6. Yeah, that game 6, you're right. That'd be in Miami because game 7 would be back in Denver. Okay. Jimmy Butler the third, 76, huh? Yeah, there it is. Good ones. All right. Well, that concludes it for this stream. And thank you to everyone who hits the like and the share. Probably not the best video to share, honestly. Like a new person's going to be like, who the fuck is this guy? Fuck this guy. I'm not watching this video anymore. Yeah, I know I said about 5,000 things to offend humanity in this video, but you know what? Humanity should be offended. Humanity deserves to be offended. So I come from a righteous place, you know. I'm sick of humanity going along with the tyrants, not waking up, shouting down the truth seekers. I come from a place that's righteous and a place that's fed up. We'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Have a good night. Get some rest. Shouldn't be up this late anyway. Sleep's important, unless you're in Australia. But till next time, everybody.